All right, what's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back with another daily live stream. We're not wasting time, man. We are in an eliminator. We got pick three. Draft is starting in 10 seconds. Welcome, welcome. Late night crew, where we at? Back on a Saturday night. I was busy, down in Miami playing against England. I couldn't believe they subbed me out in like the second half of overtime. It blew my mind. But hey, tough loss. Now we got more time to draft. And starting with Jamar Chase at pick three, we absolutely love it. We are in an eliminator, doing some late night eliminator drafts. I think I'm going to start doing a little more elims because I'm 53 in and the contest is about 30% full. So a little on pace for fill rate, but it's going to start to fill pretty fast as we get closer to the start of the season and we start getting more news. So, want to get ahead of that a little bit. Don't want to be rushing all of my drafts like at the end of July or early August. So, we're going to be getting some in tonight. And hey, look who's on the clock. What's up, Nez? How we doing? Shout out to Nez. And you know what? We're going to get Nez on the channel sometime. We'll make it happen somehow. I don't know him at all, but we will. And what's up, chat? How we doing? Happy Saturday night, late night crew. Great to see you in here. Smokers Haven. What are we drafting? Ripping some eliminators and having a fun time doing it. Wilson, falling asleep, but hey, appreciate you stopping by regardless. Christos, how we doing, buddy? Connor needs to be investigated for betting. Dude, I didn't watch the UFC fights. I was going to try to, but was a little busy and yeah, I just heard well, first on Twitter, I just saw all the memes of Aaron Rodgers being compared to Conor McGregor's fight. You got the Aaron Rodgers running out of the tunnel meme. Absolutely hilarious. But that sucks for Conor. From what I heard, tore his ACL or Achilles, one or the other. With like the first kick he threw in the fight, my goodness, man. First of all, that just sucks for him. But yeah, hopefully he recovers well. Probably done fighting forever, you would assume. Unless he just needs that bag or something. But I feel like he's got a lot more money than that. The streets are asking for a DraftKings tonight. Oh boy. Maybe we could rip some DK after this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I like that some people actually like the DraftKings because I know most people that watch streams and in these streaming streets are underdog bros, but I feel like we got a good amount of DraftKings enjoyers on this channel. So I still want to do some of those as well. Not going to max the milli. I don't really have a plan on how many I'm going to do. I would definitely say less than 50, but maybe we could do one tonight. They're pretty fun late at night too, taking advantage of the casuals. And y'all know I enjoy my my late night weekend drafts for some plus EV. Darside Dev, I swear Aaron Rodgers was gonna make me rich that year. My goodness, I'm guessing you had a bag of him. That sucks, dude. That sucks. We're one pick away on the clock. We have Jamar Chase. Top of ADP is Drake London. I'm just gonna play it simple. We'll start two receivers. We are in the eliminator where running backs are going to be more valuable, but starting with two elite level receivers feels pretty good too. Receiver points still important. And would I have the balls to go with three is the question. The thing is, at the next turn, there's still some really nice receivers. So getting a third here doesn't feel the best, but at the same time, the running backs don't feel so great either. I would take Jeremiah Love if he's there. I would take Nico Collins. I will get one of them. Wow, Igbuka gets taken before Nico? Jay Balloons. Oh my goodness. Now, I love Nico. I don't know how good Jeremiah Love's going to be at the start of the year, though. but he falls to us. Running backs are important. Let's get him. If he is just great from the jump, then it's going to be good for this team. Has a late bye week as well. And David Montgomery off the board right after at 28. That's a little rich, but at the same time, I've heard Houston Texans have an easy start to their schedule. And Nico Collins all the way at 30. Okay. Kauf, Kauf, however you pronounce your name, starting McCaffrey, AJ Brown, Nico. Dude, insane. Insane. Christos doesn't have underdog. So got to go to the DraftKings. Well, hey, at least you got something to draft on. At least you got something. What's up, Quincy? How we doing? Welcome to the Late Night Crew. Thoughts on Michael Mayer? Is he actually worth clicking the last round? I haven't clicked him once yet. I haven't clicked him at all. I could see the reason for taking him. They might even run a lot more 2 tight end sets because the receivers aren't that talented. And I mean, they don't want to trade Michael Mayer. So you got to expect they're going to use him. But I don't know. It's not that exciting to me. I haven't clicked him yet. I think there's a lot more round 18 tight ends worth clicking. But if something happens to Bowers, it's probably one of the highest like contingent tight ends. Him and like Theo Johnson, I would say. Which I actually do kind of like Theo Johnson. I draft some of him. The puppies are a clown show. Fast puppies. Yeah. I've drafted a few. And those drafts have turned out pretty well. How many have I done? Like 2, 3? I think I've only done them on stream. The fast puppy. I have done 3. I haven't even been naming them. But I feel like they turned out pretty well. I mean, this one I got Travion at 60. So that was pretty fun. Now where are we? I'm in some slows too. Because I joined some Chihuahua slows. Because those lobbies just felt so nice. And now I got to sort through some of those when I am trying to get back to my draft. And I want to keep an eye on this guy right here, Mr. Nez. This is a Diamond Badger too. That's over 100,000 drafts. Absolute sicko behavior, and I love it. Starting 0 wide receiver, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Trey McBride, and Cam Scatterbo. Very interesting. You can get some nice receiver values later, though. Tedero McMillan goes. Quinshon Judkins goes. Now, do I want to take a running back first or have my choice of receiver? I think it's actually smartest just to take a running back here. It might feel like a reach, but I'm going to take Tootin. Just reading the draft room and seeing where running backs are going. I mean, Montgomery went at 28. Let me take a running back here and then hope a receiver that I like comes back. There should be a lot available. I haven't been drafting too much Tootin early in the offseason. I've been taking him more recently, and I kind of like him in the Eliminator because I feel like if he's going to be a good pick, then he's going to be a smash all year, which is just more valuable in this tournament. And Mike Evans, Luther Burden. Luther Burden, he could be good. He could be bad. I'm going to go with Mike Evans, though. Has some injury concerns, but assuming he's healthy to start the year, should be a fantastic pick. I think the 49ers are really going to use him. And if he still has, a little pep in his step, then wheels up for him. Darside Dev likes Michael Mayer and Darnell Washington. I've clicked Darnell Washington a couple times. Not my favorite click to make. But, hey, if they just use him more, he did get paid. I think it's more for his blocking, but still valuable. Quincy asking, say you had Kittle and Terrence Ferguson. You think you could end there, or is Mayer something you consider there? If I have Kittle and Ferguson, I definitely want a third. because Kittle, I'm not sure he's going to start week 1. He said he is, but even if he does, do you really think he's going to be like the same old Kittle and being used the same way? I mean, this is the same guy who last year when he was coming back from a hamstring injury, like he didn't catch a single ball. He was literally just out there running. And then after the game, he said, "Yeah, I just kind of use this as my cardio." Like, he's still got to get in football shape, man. Not running full speed. I'm not really in on Kittle this year. I've not drafted him much. And so if Terrence Ferguson is your only other tight end there, I would definitely want a third. I really like Terrence Ferguson. Probably going to be pretty inconsistent and more so towards the start of the year. So I would definitely look for a third. And your third being Michael Mayer. Given what I just said about kind of wanting some earlier season production, wow, Jamo went at 60. But wanting some earlier season production and wanting something a little more stable and reliable, I don't think that's Michael Mayer. So if you have Kittle and Ferguson, I would not recommend Michael Mayer. I would recommend Gesicki over him if you're really just thinking about round like 18 tight ends. But if you could get like a K. Dotton, Pat Fryermuth along with that, something along those lines, then I think that's totally fine. In fact, I think that's quite good. Now, looking at this draft board, we have the team at 11 going 0 running back and double quarterback with Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. Both unstacked too, which is very interesting. Stacks aren't so important in the eliminator, but kind of strange. We'll keep an eye on quarterbacks in this for sure. Lamar went at 58. Wow. Lamar at 58. He gets pulled up a lot in the eliminator, I feel like. His ADP has been slipping a little bit, but that's pretty nice, man. To the Zay Flowers team as well. Jadarian Price off the board at 67, another player who's been slipping a lot. But that price in the eliminator, quite nice. Now, if I could get Rome right here, I would be so happy. What we doing, Ruckus? This guy only has one receiver, and he does take Rome, unfortunately. Running backs, receivers. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I'm going to take Chuba right now. I'm going to take Chuba because I feel really good about my receivers. And I think early in the season, he's just going to be the bell cow until he proves he can't handle it. And Ramondre, Rico Dowdle are the next two running backs. I don't even know if they're going to come back if I'm going to get my choice. But getting Chuba here as my third feels pretty solid. We're back up on the clock. Do I dare to take another Arizona Cardinal in Marvin Harrison? Do I dare? Let's do it. Let's take Marvin Harrison. Other positions, like I don't have any tight ends. I don't have any quarterbacks yet. I don't want to pull up Herbert. I didn't want to pull up Trevor. And then looking at the next turn, if I can get Brock Purdy to stack with Mike Evans, that would be great. And then I could just take like a Patrick Mahomes or any other quarterback at the next turn as well. So probably looking at 2 quarterbacks with my next 2 picks. And it feels pretty good having 3 running backs and 4 receivers already. Both filling the flex either way. Kind of a fun way to start this eliminator. Our receivers, we have Jamar Chase, Drake London, Mike Evans, and Marvin Harrison. I mean, that's 4 wide receiver ones who all have big touchdown upside, which we love in best ball. 3 running backs, Jeremiah Love, Toot Toot, and Chuba Hubbard. We got some young up-and-coming guys who hopefully can break out for us on this team. And then Chuba Hubbard, he is just going to have the bell cow role week one. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. So it feels like a nice compliment to someone like Jeremiah Love and Bashal Tutin. Feeling pretty good. Hopefully, I'm going to get Purdy with my next pick, and then I will feel really good. But how we doing tonight, everyone? Happy Saturday. Anyone get up to anything interesting? Would love to hear. I woke up real early. Man, I've been up since like 4:45 in the morning. Went to work, did the overtime shift, then went out with some friends, watched the Norway-England game. Pretty entertaining game, man. I'm not a big soccer guy. I didn't get into soccer at all until kind of this World Cup, and I wouldn't even say I'm really into it. But since everyone compares me to a soccer player, it's definitely gotten me more invested. And went to like a pub to watch it. And man, the atmosphere with people in soccer, it's great. Like soccer fans are awesome, man. They're all so enthusiastic and they get so excited when things happen. Because it doesn't happen that often. So when things do really happen, it gets pretty exciting. But now we in our comfort zone. We in these drafting streets. We're getting Brock Purdy to stack up with Mike Evans. And this is a great team. Jaden Reed on the way back would feel pretty nice too. I know I talked about quarterback, but I think I would try and push it for Jaden Reed. He's a big spike week guy. Like getting an elite tight end too is kind of enticing. Do I need someone like Jaden Reed? I don't know if I do. I'm going to take Pitts. I'm taking Kyle Pitts. I just want the elite level tight end. I have Drake London as well. I don't know if that's good or bad. But my 4 receivers feel so good. And really, when I'm looking at spike weeks, I'm looking at Rashid Shaheed down here like 40 picks later. Is it really that different? And then I'm looking at the tight ends around here, getting my first one. A guy like Kyle Pitts, I just like. Harold Fannin would feel pretty nice too. Sam Laporta as well. But I really think Kyle Pitts just has the highest ceiling out of all those guys. And if he has like a true breakout this year, then you're really going to be winning in the Eliminator. With Drake London too, I can definitely look at a Tua late. In fact, I almost certainly will. His ADP is 195. So where would I want to take him? Probably at 190 here, right? So going to plan for some round 16 Tua on this team as a third quarterback and get one guy probably with my next pick. Hopefully someone can fall to us. Sometimes people do. Usually quarterbacks are getting pulled up quite a bit in the Eliminator, but hopefully we can get some nice falls today. Even like a Baker, Jordan Love. I don't care too much about stacks. I don't really care at all about stacks in the Eliminator, actually. But just getting some good quarterbacks. And I find it interesting that Harold Fannin's ADP was the highest above Pitts and above Laporta. And Laporta's was the lowest, which is the complete opposite in other drafts. So it's interesting to find these little differences and inconsistencies in some of the ADP. Another one is Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston went at 91 in this draft. I've kind of expected him to be another riser in the Eliminator just because he's been rising so much in other formats. Like I see him go in the 6th round all the time now. Goes in the 8th here. Just interesting to see. And what I don't like to see is this 12 hole gets 3 quarterbacks in a row. Trevor, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield. So still some guys in this tier available that'll hopefully fall to me. Matthew Stafford goes as well. Jordan Love, Tyler Shuck. If I can get one of these two guys, I would like that. Although Ricky Pearsall, Wandale, Jordan Mason, these guys are kind of hard to pass up on. Yo, what's up, Sam? How we doing? You're in this draft and watching your channel at the same time. Hey, welcome. Welcome. All right, Ricky Pearsall still here. Would I take Ricky Pearsall with Brock Purdy and Mike Evans? It's kind of fun to do. I really don't need another receiver, though. That's the problem. I think I would much rather take a running back over another receiver. And Jordan Mason is someone who's been getting talked up a ton. Okay, Ricky Pearsall goes anyways. Jordan Mason's been getting talked up as being the lead back in Minnesota. And if he really is just the RB1, then it's going to be a pretty phenomenal value here in the 10th round, at the end of the 10th round. And hopefully Jay Balloons here passes on Tyler Shuck, and he takes him. Bummer. Do I want another running back? Just to like be done pretty much? Stop at 5? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try just being done at 5 running backs now. Let's take JCM. The thing with JCM, he's been getting a lot of FUD recently. You know, he's been getting talked down. Everyone's in on Rachaad White, but he still has breakout potential. He's just going into his 2nd year, man. He was a 7th round pick, and he put up 8 touchdowns. How many yards did he even have last year? Let's see. Ja'Cory, Krosky, Merritt. I mean, he had 800 yards and 8 touchdowns as a 7th round draft pick. Like, that's pretty dang good. And his competition is Rachaad White, who's on a veteran minimum deal of like $2 million. And he's just buddies with Jaden Daniels. Like, I'm sure he's going to catch a ton of passes, be involved. He's not bad on the goal line. But, I mean, JCM still has breakout potential. He was so inconsistent last year, though. That's the thing. And doesn't really catch passes. But been reported that he's been working on his pass catching a lot in the offseason. Or they've been wanting him to work on his pass catching. And his kick return game, too. That's where, like, the FUD is kind of coming from, is being mentioned as a kick returner. But you know who else was? Kyren Williams, if you remember. Kyren Williams, everyone was like out on him after his breakout because he was being talked about as a punt returner. And they're like, oh no, Kyren, he's not going to be the starter and return punts at the same time. Like, my goodness, man. What's up, Jarudy? Longtime Viking fan here in Minnesota. No such thing as a lead back. Gotcha. Gonna be a 3-headed monster. Make sure you fill your Claiborne bags because he's gonna have some spikes. Very interesting call out. I've been pretty out on Claiborne, mainly because he was a 7th round draft pick. I know I was just saying JCM's 7th round draft pick was doing great, but I guess like when your competition is Aaron Jones, who gets injured every year and is over 30, it's not great. But when I'm looking at the ADP and I see Kalen Black right here, Kalen Black's kind of just my guy this year, I guess I would say. I'm taking my shots on him just being the backup running back, handcuff to CMC. And he was the 3rd running back taken in the draft. He got drafted in the 3rd round above all these guys. And to me, it just blows my mind that the guy who got drafted in the 3rd round to a really good team with the potential to be a straight up handcuff is being drafted behind Devon Claiborne 7th round, Singleton like 5th or 6th round, Samaje Perine, But then other rookies like Katron Allen, Mike Washington, Emmett Johnson, like he got drafted above all these guys. Darnold here would be incredible. Darnold or Cam Ward, one or the other, we get our choice. Okay, I'm really glad that I passed on a quarterback now, so I'm going to take Darnold here. I like some stacks that I can get later with Darnold. So happy to draft him here now. Do I want to get a third quarterback in Cam Ward if he's there, or do I want to get my fifth receiver? Will we have the choice? Cam Ward goes. So it looks like I'm looking at receiver right here. I don't need another running back. Do I want another tight end? I can get tight end at the next turn. Let's take Jalen McMillan. I like McMillan. Also a different bye week for us. Our quarterbacks are good on the buys. Our running backs, we have 2 week 7s, but that's okay. Receivers were all different, and then Kyle Pitts at tight end. I'm liking how this team is coming together. A bit of a different build for me, but Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold feels quite good. Also in division. And then we also have divisional matchup with Arizona too. Pretty nice. Running backs, Bayshell Tootin, Jeremiah Love, Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, and Corey Krosky Merritt. I can definitely stop at 5 with these guys. And then receivers, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison, Jalen McMillan. Looking at these receivers, I can definitely stop at 7. Arguably, I could stop at 6. But probably looking at a 3-5-7-3, which is, I would say, the most classic build that you can have for the Eliminator. It just feels better being balanced at quarterback and tight end, and you don't need the absolute nuts, the absolute ceiling with receiver or running back. So that feels pretty good. Now, at the next turn, I don't think I need to take a quarterback because I'm going to try and push for Tua at 190. And I definitely need more tight ends, though. I love AJ Barner. The only thing is he has the same bye week as Kyle Pitts in week 11. And would I care about that? I don't know. I don't really care. But if I could get Juwan Johnson, that would be really nice. Jalen Naylor, if he falls all the way back, would be fun. I'll queue up Dalton Schultz as well. Debo, I like a lot. AJ Barner. I'm probably looking at 1 receiver and 1 tight end here, if I had to guess. I think I'd take the receiver first. Who would I prefer? Debo or Juwan? Like, who would you guys prefer? Because Debo has yet to sign. Haven't heard too many rumors of him. We've heard a lot more with Diggs, but I feel like he's just going to play this year, right? He wasn't even that bad last year. He had like 4 or 5 games of 20 points. Sam is 50-50 on them. Yeah, like they're both kind of similar. I mean, both former 49ers receivers. The only thing that Juwan Jennings, I think, has going for him is just that he signed way earlier in the offseason, which just gives you more confidence that a team wants him and wants to use him. And damn, we were 1 pick away from Jalen Naylor. That would have been a really, really nice fall. Debo or Juwan? I still just want to take Debo. I don't really care about the ADP there. Give me Debo. And wow, Barner got taken even. That sucks. Well, I definitely need a tight end with my next pick. I'm out on Sadiq. I'm not taking him. Gunnar Helm, I'm really not interested in this pick. Greg Dulcich, Cade Otton is probably what I'm looking at. And I would lean Cade Otton over Greg Dulcich. So might seem like a bit of a reach. I mean, we're reaching 14 picks, but I don't really want to get boxed out at tight end. And even if Juwan Jennings is still there, sure, it'd be a nice value, you know, this late. But yeah, I'm not getting boxed out at tight end. I'm taking Kate Otten. We have another little Tampa Bay with Jalen McMillan too. So that's nice. It's definitely an offense that I'm in on this year. So I'm happy to get a couple pieces of Tampa Bay. And we're seeing quarterbacks go. That's not great. The Brisket and Mendoza off the board right after us. So I'm hoping Tua comes back. The only thing is he's the top quarterback available. So if anyone wants a quarterback, it's probably going to be Tua. Maybe I could have considered Jacoby Brissett with my last pick, but I still do think I needed the tight end more. Don't want to be too thin there. I'm really hoping Tua comes back. He would have the same bye week as Darnold, but again, I'm not too scared off about that. I like to lean into luck a little bit as well and still just build the best team I can. Because if you're going to win the eliminator, you're going to need luck on your side. To win a coin flip 17 weeks in a row, you're going to need to get a little lucky. And I'm just going to lean on that a little bit. Take some chances. But this team feels quite solid. We have a 2-5-6-2. Going to go with probably one more quarterback, receiver, and tight end. Although I could stop at 6 receivers. Jamar Chase, Drake London, Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison, Jalen McMillan, and Deebo Samuel. Depending on the receivers available, I might actually just take like a 6th running back instead. Because Jeremiah Love might start off a little slow and be a little inconsistent since he's on the Cardinals. And we have a lot of early bye weeks as well. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards 6 running backs, 6 receivers on this team. Because look at the receivers here. They're all just like dart throws and kind of hoping to get a little lucky. GG, Sam. What's up, Hulk Smash Potatoes? How we doing? How we doing? Great to see you in here. 0 to you as well. Great to see you in here. And we out here grinding, man. As always, we stream every single day around here. Do me a favor. Go down, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We're doing our thing, man. Having a great time doing it. Streaming every day. And man, both those tight ends go. That sucks. This guy already has 3 quarterbacks, so I'm hoping to get Tua with my next pick. I'll be happy about that. All right, let's take Tua. 0 going to hop in if you're doing one more. Oh, man, now we got some stiff competition, dude. This is my first draft, so I just joined this draft right when it started. I joined it right before I started the stream, and we were waiting for one. So it started right as I started streaming. So none of y'all are in here. Maybe that's why I got such a good team. But now I got to decide, do I want a running back or do I want a tight end? Sean Tucker's here. Ray Davis is here. I like those guys. No, I'm going to go a running back. Sean Tucker, Ray Davis, Justice Hill. I'm going to go Sean Tucker. I almost put up Ray Davis. The reason I didn't last second is just because I remembered I still have JCM and Tootin as a week 7 bye. Even though Ray Davis is like a, 17th round click, still want to spread out the bye weeks a little bit. So let's take Tucker. Kind of just keep going with this Tampa Bay. We have a Tampa Bay receiver, tight end, and running back now, and he can get some touchdowns. Also, the other position I want is tight end, and I can get like one of these guys. One guy I was kind of eyeing was Jake Tongas because I do have Brock Purdy, and he can just start the year. I mean, we're getting a bunch of positive news about George Kittle. I was talking a little bit about him earlier, but I'm not convinced he's just going to be 100% week one. So, could be a good pick as my third tight end, Jake Tongas. How we doing, Maximus, the 101 King? Later, Sam. Great to see you in here. We out here. Everyone in the chat getting friendly. Wednesday and Olave are off. Stealing Olave. Oh my goodness. And what's up, MacNova? How we doing? Sorry about Norway. I knew they shouldn't have subbed you off. Dude, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't know what they were thinking doing that. Like, come on now. We're good. It's 15 more minutes. What's that? But, hey, now I got more time to draft at least. So I'll be happy about that. Now, with these tight ends, I mean, would David Njoku still just be a better pick over Tongas? Probably, right? I mean, he was pretty bad last year, but he was also banged up, and he's someone who just gets touchdowns, which is always valuable. The thing with Jake Tongas is he might be really good to start the year, but then he's just eventually going to get phased out, right? Unless Kittle actually just is injured or gets injured again. Colby Parkinson, I like too in the Eliminator. The only thing is he has a week 11 bye, same as Kyle Pitts. But it's also so late. I think I would take him in this order. Njoku in the Gadsden role. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows what Mike McDaniel's going to do? The thing with Mike McDaniel is he does like targeting tight ends in the red zone. I mean, Darren Waller came back after a couple years in a failed rap career and put up like multiple 2-touchdown games. Maybe because like Tua didn't have many others to throw the ball to after Tyreek got hurt. But hey, that's kind of impressive. So maybe he can turn Njoku around too. I would take one of these two guys though, Njoku or Jake Tongas. We have Brock Purdy. We have Mike Evans. Might as well take another 49er if we need to. And Eli Stowers goes. I hate that pick. I'm guessing this guy just took him because he has Hurts, but this is the thing with stacking, man. In the Eliminator, it's not necessary. Just because you have Jalen Hurts doesn't mean you have to take Eli Stowers just because he correlates. Like, I don't think that's necessary. This guy has really strong receivers, though. Damn. JSN, Smith, Tet, DK, Downs, Reed, and Pearsall. Pretty good running backs, too. A little thin near the back end. Actually, no. Running backs kind of suck. Yeah, Javonte at 20, and then, they're just shitters. Never mind. This guy blew his load on the receivers. Team, not great. But let's recap our team, which is great. We got a 3-6-6-3. Very balanced. Quarterbacks, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, and Tua. We have Purdy stacked up with Evans. We have Darnold unstacked. And we have Tua stacked up with London and Pitts. 6 running backs, Jeremiah Love, Bayshell Tootin, Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, Sean Tucker. I really like this running back room. I think it just is going to get a lot of points. We're going to get running back hitting our flex, and we have guys who can produce early and also have breakout potential. So I quite like that running back room. And then my 6 receivers feel really strong. When I have Jamar Chase, Drake London, I feel like I have the freedom to stop at 6 if I can land the plane right. And when I get Mike Evans, 6 picks past ADP, Marvin Harrison, 5 picks past ADP, Jalen McMillan, Deebo Samuel, that definitely feels strong enough to stop at 6 in this tournament. So I'm happy there. And then 3 tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Kate Otten, David Njoku. I love Pitts as my tight end 1. I think he has true breakout potential and a super high ceiling because there's not a lot of target competition in Atlanta. Like Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan are pretty much the only guys catching passes. Jahan Dotson is the wide receiver too. All right. Like, come on now. And yeah, I really like the Tampa Bay offense. We got $3 on this team. I like that. I like the Chargers offense too. So first draft of the night went quite well. I like it. Now, what do you say we hop in a big dog? Big dog roulette. Will it hit? No. Waiting for 11. One of these days, man, it just might. But you know we had to do it. We like doing our big dog roulette around here. But let's hop in another eliminator. If you want to hop in, we're waiting for 6. We'll rip another elim. Don't sleep on Dotson, but Zacchaeus is a dog. Dude, Olamide Zacchaeus is a dog. Zacchaeus kept Luther Burden off of the field last year. Like, that's how much of a dog he is. It will be a competitive draft. For sure. Waiting for 1. We're going to have pretty much half of you guys in here, I'm guessing. But hey, at least with the eliminator, 6 out of 12 advance. And I only have to go up against you guys for 1 week. So, yeah, Zacchaeus blocked Burden like Ertz did to McBride. Pretty good comp. And we got pick 11. Dude, every fucking time we're drafting next to 0, I swear. That sucks. But we got Curly Fry in here too. We got Kale. How we doing? Mikey G. Maximus. Sanka. How we doing? If I missed you and you're in here, let me know. Dude, we got the Dream Crusher in here. Yo, thankfully we're not drafting next to the Dream Crusher. Y'all know I do not like when people crush my dreams around here. Hey, neighbor. You have any salt? I got some salt. If you got some sugar. Dude, someone's going to clip that and be like, these guys are colluding. I still remember when someone left that comment on my video. Like, this is a few months ago when I was still like very new to streaming. I got like my first hate comment because someone was saying that me drafting with people who are in my chat is cheating and collusion, which I found really funny. Yeah, Sanka knows. This was the quote, man. It's because I said, yeah, you stay on your side, I'll stay on my side, and we'll just draft our own teams. And this guy's like, oh, you guys are fucking colluding. You guys are cheating. I can't believe this. So funny. But no, we out here drafting ethically. And in these eliminator streets, this is going to be number 55 for me. I believe so. We're getting them in. 0 says I must collude with 11 people in every draft then. You must. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, you snipe me, I won't snipe back. Building my best team. I agree. And that's the one thing I've actually noticed in my drafts is people really do draft like that. For the most part, it's pretty rare for, like, to actually get sniped. Okay, James Cook goes. Speaking of sniped, I just got sniped. We could take one of the elite receivers, but I am just going to take Saquon. Let me start with a running back. And then if one of these receivers come back, I'll take him, but I'm going to tempt him a little bit. Okay, and he goes with JJ and CD. Let's just take Derrick Henry. Let's get a little high T start. I don't draft a ton of Derrick Henry, but he has a week 13 bye. Baltimore, I haven't even looked at their schedule early, but I've heard it's an easy early schedule. So we'll take him here. Yeah, Kale's right, man. It can be a lot more difficult to have people in the chat in your stream as well because I like to talk pretty openly about my picks. And I also like to talk about how I'm going to build my team in the future later in the draft. And so I don't know. But at the same time, like, does that really affect that much? I just think the people that are in here are generally sharper. So that's pretty much what makes it more difficult. Can't take the Cowboys wide receiver over Cook, wide receiver 2. Yeah, who knows, man? It actually might be. Like, maybe CD has peaked. He's still really young. So, sure, he still has some better years left in him, hopefully at least. But man, Pickens looked good. And Pickens and Dak connected quite well. Yeah, we're not colluding around here. Yeah, Sanka only has one Derrick Henry team, but he's also insane. That's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I know Zero's he doesn't give a fuck. It's literally in his name. He doesn't care what anyone else is doing. But we have some similar player takes, some others a little different and very interesting. Dream Crusher pulling up Josh Allen to 23. Y'all know I'm not huge on the elite quarterbacks in the eliminator. I was talking about it a bit when I had Brambis on the stream the other day. I kind of prefer the values a little later, like the last draft, for example, that we did. Getting Purdy, Darnold, and Tua as my 3 quarterbacks honestly feels pretty good. And the receivers and running backs I had felt phenomenal. So it just feels like a pretty good way to build a team. Well said. Yeah, I was going to say Parker at 58 going to be nice for your team. Get me panicking. My goodness, man. I don't know. In the eliminator, I like Parker Washington still, but I'm not too desperate to pull him up just because receiver values are so good late. And I have a bunch of teams already in the eliminator with Parker like in the 80s. I know I have some teams at least with him in the 8th round. Feels pretty good there. Now, starting 2 running backs, it looks like a few of us did this. Zero, ADOS, Profound, and Kale. We had 5 people start double running backs. Not too surprising in this. Feels like a pretty safe way to start the draft. Now, we'll see what Zero does with his pick. Some nice receivers still available. He takes Jacobs. I'm going to triple down as well. I was eyeing David Montgomery, and I'm going to take him here too. Super high testosterone start, and I'm okay with it. Now, Curly Fry. He's going for it, man. Okay, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Tet. This is tough as my first receiver. Is it bad that I still just like Tet the most? The only thing is he doesn't play on a good team. And fuck it, dude. I like him the most. I don't care. I know people are going to disagree with that the most, but I like T. Higgins a lot. I like Garrett Wilson too. The only thing with Garrett Wilson, he just plays on such a bad team. I know you can say that about Tet too, playing on the Panthers, but I just want to bet on the second-year player. I will say, though, I did go back and look at Tet's game logs and fantasy points from last year, and it was a little disappointing. He had like a couple 2-touchdown games, but in one of his 2-touchdown games, he only got like 3 catches for 20 yards or something like that. And in the other one, he popped off. But just betting on the second-year player upside, I'll take my chances. And good point by Zero. Going for the week 13 buy is always nice. And Coker later is a good price too. I like that too. Cristo, can't buy into clicking Nico and Demont at that price and how bad that O-line and offense will be. I'm hoping their offensive line is going to be better. I think they're tailoring it a little more to the run game. I'm actually clicking them both quite a bit. I really like Nico. Just betting on the talent. I think he's just so talented. And Dave Montgomery, I think he still has a lot left in the tank. And I think he also wants to prove something, like to himself and to the league, that like he's still a lead back. Like David Montgomery is that dude. He's a dog, man. And if you actually listen to NFL players when they talk about running backs, they all say David Montgomery is like one of the hardest to tackle in the league, like one of the toughest running backs. And that's a really valuable trait. He can easily get double-digit touchdowns this year. And I like the value. I like him a lot. If you like Nico, just take Alec Pierce later, though. I don't know, man. I don't think Alec Pierce and Nico are quite the same. Nico is like, he's been fucking good, man. He's been truly dominant at times. He has some health concerns, though. CJ Stroud, who knows how good he actually is. Monty played with a great O-line in the Lions and still don't excite me. In my opinion, now a worse situation feels like a dead zone. The O-line is a good point. Like last year when the Lions had a disappointing offensive line, he struggled in a lot of games. And yeah, Zero's just crushing my dreams out here, man. I can't blame him, though. That's a good pick. Do I want to just take my fourth running back and be done? No. I don't. I can push a fourth running back. Let me take Rome. I like Rome. And you know what? This actually might be a Parker Washington pullout. Did he go already? No, I think his ADP is just way later in this. Where is he? Down here. 72. I don't know, though. I can get receivers later, right? Like at the next turn. Yeah, I can get receivers at the next turn. I don't need them. Tony Pollard is still here. Tyler Warren's really interesting too. Jaylen Warren, Brian Thomas, Carnell Tate. Let's just try something different, okay? I don't do this a lot, but let's try Tyler Warren. He has a week 13 bye, which is nice. Zero's getting his guy Marvin Harrison. Hey, I thought you were Marvin Harrison above JMO. Taking JMO before Marvin? I mean, I know you have to based on ADPs, but I see what you're doing. So I got 3 running backs, 2 receivers, and 1 tight end. Might feel a little early for Tyler Warren, but ADP doesn't matter much in this. It's a head-to-head each week. Let's just try something different. I know I have a team with Tyler Warren in like the 80s in the Eliminator too. I know I have a team with him like in the 80s. I have some pretty sick early Eliminators. I should go through them and star them a little bit. So DJ Moore and Marv would have been a dream. I still like DJ Moore too. A lot of people been talking down on DJ Moore, but I like him. Yeah, Maximus scooping some value out here. Jeremiah Love at 30. Quite nice. Now, if you just joined, we are in an Eliminator draft. It's our second draft of the night. And we're trying a bit of a different build. I feel great about my running backs. Arguably, we have 2 wide receiver ones and a tight end who, I mean, I see Tyler Warren getting a ton of volume early on. Especially if Alec Pierce starts out slow or is even not out there to start. Tyler Warren probably getting a ton of early production. assuming Daniel Jones is playing too and he's not that mobile, a lot of dump offs could go Tyler Warren's way. And he can even take the tush pushes too, because I don't think they're going to want to tush push Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles. Zero thinks Tyler Warren outscores McBride this year. Loveland has a shot too. I mean, I love Colson Loveland this year. I'm really big on him. Trey McBride is, yeah, he's kind of tough on the Cardinals just because of the team he plays on. Like, he's so talented. And I've been clicking him now that he's falling to like the back end of the third round a lot of the time. I'll click him there pretty happily just to get my exposures up a bit. When I'm drafting so many teams, I don't want to be completely out on anyone. So I'll take him sometimes. Now, if you have not done so already, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. We out here streaming every single day and having a great time doing it. Zero takes Harvey. I'm sorry, Curly Fry. I know you have CeeDee Lamb, but I do want to get my first quarterback. This is the eliminator. Stacks are not that important. So give me Dak Prescott. Week 14 bye feels great too. And now I have no choice. I need to take a receiver with my next pick. I have Tet. I have Rome. I don't want Downs because I have Warren. Makai Lemon's a rookie with a week 10 bye as well. Alec Pierce is still here, but I don't know if I want Pierce when I have Warren. I could also just take another quarterback and really, really push receiver. Fuck, dude, the lemon goes too. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna reach all the way up. I don't care. I'm taking Michael Pittman. He goes higher in the eliminator as it is. And I just like him the most here. Zero goes with Alec Pierce, RJ Harvey. Pretty nice right there. Get your fourth running back, fourth tight end. Or sorry, receiver. Nico at 87? What do you mean? Oh, fuck. Alec Pierce. That went right over my head at first. Oh, my God. I got you, though. I still like Alec Pierce, too. I just drafted him quite a bit early on when he was going, like, in the front half of the 7th round. So I've kind of cooled it a little bit, see if he's going to fall more. But when he falls into the 90s, it's pretty nice, too. And I guess Zero's not a fan of Kenneth Walker either, comparing him to RJ Harvey. I don't know, man. I like some Kenneth Walker. I think he has a massive ceiling if he can manage to stay healthy. The thing with him is he has had injuries throughout his career, but, you know, it's also different every year. And running backs have just been really good when going to a new team. I mean, we have a couple examples right here. Saquon was great when he went to the Eagles. Henry was great when he went to the Ravens. Montgomery was great when he first went to the Lions. Seems like running backs in new teams do pretty well. Mixon, even another good example. All right, Kyle guy, Kenneth Gainwell, Harold Fannin. Rachaad White at 94, man, is rich. I know it's the eliminator and running backs get pulled up, but Rachaad White at 94, a little rich for me. Where did I get JCM last draft? Like 122? Right? I had the third pick. So 123 is where I got Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt in the last draft. 30 picks later than where Rachaad White was taken. I know, like, he's definitely the safest Washington running back to take. He's going to get the pass work. Feels a little expensive. Zero definitely likes him. All right, Purdy, Mahomes off the board. Purdy fell pretty far, man. Wow, 101. And Mahomes 102. Interesting to see the quarterbacks not getting pulled up in this draft. I mean, they're all getting taken off the board right now, but usually we see a lot of quarterbacks go pretty early in this. Now, I'm probably looking at one receiver and one quarterback with my next two picks. Curly Fry has 6 receivers, so I really don't think Curly Fry is going to take another one. Jared Goff, Kyler Murray. Let's take Kyler. I think Jared Goff is great too, but Kyler just has the rushing upside that gives him a higher ceiling to me. So let me take that with Dak Prescott. Unstacked, don't care. I took both of Curly Fry's QBs for his top 2 receivers. I'm sorry, buddy, but had to do it. Jacoby Myers or Wan'Dale Robinson now? Let's go with Jacoby. Jacoby Myers is the most eliminator ass pick that you can make, I feel like. But I don't mind it on this team. We have Tetero McMillan, Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman, and Jacoby Myers. Not the most sexy receiver room, but they can get points every week. Dak and Kyler at quarterback feels good. Running backs, I still have Saquon, Henry, and Montgomery. So really leaning on these 3 feels great. And then Tyler Warren holding it down at tight end. Kyle Pitts is still here, though, man. Wow. Pick 115. Kyle Pitts still available. Seen a huge avalanche. And, dude, Maximus is crushing this draft. At pick 6, just scooping up all the value. CMC, Drake London, Jeremiah Love, Jalen Waddle, Colston Loveland, Carnell Tate, Caleb Williams, Blake Corum, Patrick Mahomes, Kyle Pitts. Yeah, crushing. Still only 3 receivers, though. So he's definitely got to catch up at receivers. But Maximus kind of crushing out here. Yeah, kind of crushing. Yeah, just like I said, a lot of value, but wide receiver room definitely lacks some depth. But at least, I mean, Drake London, you still expect to be a borderline elite receiver. Not the best offense, but Jalen Waddle, you can expect to be like a breakout. And Carnell Tate was the 4th overall pick. So you do have a ton of upside still in your receiver room, but yeah, definitely need more there. And we're kind of in a similar boat, catching up on receivers. Curly Fry next to me already has 6 though. So I'm going to go under the impression that this guy might just stop at 6. And what's up, Omega? How we doing? Yeah, we're bringing the late night vibes. Bringing the late night vibes. Out here drafting, grinding as per usual. Doing what we do best. Okay, we're 2 picks away now. We can kind of take whatever we want, really. I would have taken Tracy. That would have been quite nice. Tight end values are nice here too. Would I want another tight end right here though? Goddard goes. I like Kincaid. Where did Coker go? Oh, he's not taken yet. Let's take Kincaid. Let's try it out. Jaden Higgins could be a fun pick too. I just don't know how he's going to be on the Texans, how consistent he's going to be. I also just love Rashid Shaheed, and I always want to take him. Like, Rashid Shaheed's still just One of my favorite picks, man. Jaden Higgins could break out, but give me my guy. Give me Rashid Shaheed. I love him. Zero's happy. He gets Jaden Higgins, but I don't know. I just love Rashid Shaheed, okay? Get my guys on this team. So we'll do a little recap. We're in an eliminator. We got Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, running backs Saquon, Derrick Henry, Dave Montgomery, receivers Tet, Rome, Michael Pittman, Jacoby Shaheed, and then Tyler Warren, Dalton Kincaid. Zero. He's getting excited for his Jaden Higgins. Snap click, the real Nico and Higgins. Well, hey, there you go. There you go. Now, here's the thing. I might regret the Dalton Kincaid pick, and I might wish I took Sam Darnold as my third quarterback and then got Shaheed. What I'm really hoping for is Bryce Young to come back to me. And I didn't realize his ADP was this much higher in the eliminator. But quarterbacks have been falling in this one. Although this guy in front of me only has one, and the guy who took Coker has two. So I don't know. I don't know how confident I'm feeling about getting Bryce Young on the way back. So maybe I should have taken Darnold and just played it a little safe and hope I get some tight end values later. I do have Tyler Warren too. Yeah, that was a mistake. Unless I get one of these quarterbacks to come back to me, I think that might have been a mistake. Because there's still some nice tight ends around here. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. At least now I can stop at 2 tight ends if I really want to. So we'll see how it goes. What's up, Hallie? How we doing? And hey, he's on a night shift. Doing some hard work too. Hanging out in between calls. We appreciate you, man. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, Cam Ward goes. So yeah, I feel like I should have taken Darnold. Daniel Jones off the board too. Don't love to see that. Aaron Rodgers goes even. Here's the guy who has Coker. Is he going to stack him up? But the guy next to us still only has one quarterback too, and Justin Herbert. Yeah, okay, fuck. I made a mistake. Learn from me. I should have just taken the quarterback, played it a little safe. Brenton Strange is still here too. I mean, Zero might take him, but that kind of sucks. And he takes Geno. Yeah, okay. Lesson learned. Don't push quarterbacks in the eliminator. Just take them. You can get other positions. Like if I had Brenton Strange instead of Kincaid, Brenton Strange might just straight up outscore Kincaid. Although with my 2 quarterbacks, worst come to worst, if I just have Dak and Kyler, it's not that bad. I could get Flournoy with Dak as well if I wanted. We'll see what Curly Fry does. Took Tank Bigsby. He only has 1 quarterback too. Wow. And takes Flournoy. So I'm just going to, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's lean into really strong tight ends in this one. I don't care if there's 2 week 7 buys. Okay. I'm not afraid. But at least we have really strong tight ends. Yeah, Darnold would have fit this team much better. But hey, we can land this plane. If we only have 2 quarterbacks, we can still survive. All right. Yeah, Curly's not advancing, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. That many receivers early in the eliminator is a little tough. Bowen Goff, fine at 2. Yeah, I think Dak and Kyler are also fine at 2. But in this format, if you can get 3, it does feel a little more comfortable. So, we'll see. I see 0 trying to kill the 12 hole. Yeah, I didn't think, you were trying to snipe me at all. I wasn't gonna take Gino. I would not have taken Gino on this team. Yo, what's up, A-Rod? How we doing? Hey, don't yo, I gotta take that off. Fuck. I gotta read these before I put them on screen. But hey, no one read A-Rod's comment, okay? That may or may not be what I have in mind, okay? I mean, not like it's any secret. Y'all see me took Tua in the last draft. I like Tua in the eliminator, man. He's just gonna start the season. Like, there's no chance Michael Penix starts the season. I don't even know if he's practicing yet. Like, is he? Yeah, I'm just messing with you, A-Rod. I don't care. It's all good. There's no secrets around here, man. Everyone in here is sharp and they know what's going on. And 0 already has him in his queue. But dude, you don't need 4 quarterbacks. Come on now. And yeah, Kale with the 1 quarterback room and takes the Zaza as his second with Lamar. I mean, at least with Lamar has a week 13 bye. And he's just really good. But Mendoza also has a week 13 bye. So a little tough, Kale. Little tough. He's kind of looking at it like a Shadur Sanders ass third QB. Yo, what's up, Daniel? How we doing? And yeah, we're thanking a couple people for their donations in here. The 12 hole, only 1 quarterback with Jaden Daniels. Wow, still took Flournoy as a 7th receiver. This guy started CD Jefferson, got Olave Egbuka, and then still went QJ Lemon and Flournoy. Little rich, Curly Fry. I don't know if Curly Fry's in the chat or not. I'm definitely familiar with the name though. But if you are, hey, sometimes you got to go for it. Sometimes it doesn't always work out. Now let's see what ADOS does. He still only has 1 quarterback too and does take Brissett. I would have taken Brissett for sure. Looks like I will get Tua though, unless 0 does take him. Does not. I'm definitely taking him before this guy. So, yeah, there we go. A-Rod had it all figured out. Taking Tua as our 3rd quarterback. Don't care too much about stacks in this eliminator. And you know what, man? Looking back, Tua versus Sam Darnold, is there really that much of a difference? Let's be real. Is there that much of a difference between Tua and Sam Darnold? I mean, Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl. Maybe that's a little too much shade on Darnold right there. But y'all know what I'm getting at. Now, I'm going to take Kamara. Does have the same bye week as Montgomery. I don't care. I like Kamara in the eliminator specifically because he's just going to get some points early on if he's going to. Like, if he's playing, it's going to help us early on. Could fade down the stretch, but running back room feels really solid. Saquon, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Tajay Spears, Alvin Kamara. Dude, 3 years ago, this team would have been so fucking good. This running back room 3 years ago would have been truly elite. My goodness. My receivers are pretty thin, I will say. I'm definitely taking 2 with my last 2. And, you know, maybe Brenton Strange should have been a receiver. Or maybe even Dalton Kincaid should have been a receiver looking back on it. But that's okay. We can take 2 guys later. And if Ted and Rome just end up being wide receiver 1s for their team, then they can help a lot. Our running back room hopefully is going to carry us. And then our quarterbacks are still really strong too. And tight ends are really strong. So if we can just get a little lucky at receivers with some breakouts, then we'll be good there. Yeah, if Tua is starting during Kyler's week 6 bye, fits the team perfectly. I agree. And sure, we reached 15 picks, but there's no world where he was going to come back to me. I mean, he would not have even come back with this next pick. And Curly Fry might just be committing to the 1 quarterback. Kale took Watson and Sanders. I mean, it's not the worst move, honestly. in this specifically, like I might have even taken one of the Cleveland guys, like taken just Shadur and then taken Kirk Cousins. I think I would rather have both Las Vegas quarterbacks than both Cleveland quarterbacks. Because the thing with Cleveland is there's a chance that neither Deshaun Watson or Shadur Sanders start at some point. There's a chance that Dylan Gabriel somehow becomes the starter. Like, what if these guys both get a chance and then they just suck? And during their week 11 bye, they're like, all right, Dylan Gabriel, you're starting week 12. It's possible. And then you have no one starting week 13 for Zaza or Lamar. But I guess if you took Kirk, oh, Cooper Cup goes too. Damn, that's a nice pick. All right, I'm only looking at receivers. Let's go with Keenan Allen. Did I get it in time? Yes, I did. I know I could have gotten Keenan Allen with my next pick, but he's someone I want in this team. I'm just looking for guys that are going to give us points, assuming Keenan Allen's going to start or get signed. Rashad Bateman could be another one. I'm still not sold on Mooney. Antonio Williams, though, with my last pick, like just getting a rookie upside makes a lot of sense. This guy takes Michael Penix and JJ McCarthy. Oh my God. Yeah, why not take Antonio Williams? Like just getting an upside pick. If he hits, it's going to be good around 17 or 18. So we finished this team with a 3-5-7-3. Probably going to be my most common build in the Eliminator. And let's go over it. Also, realizing I think I single-handedly fucked Curly Fry with an assist from 0. Because looking at this draft board, this guy started CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson. And I took Dak Prescott right before him. And then I took Kyler Murray right before him. Not intentionally just to fuck this guy, but it just so happened that those were the players that I wanted. So, sorry. And hey, someone was asking about Michael Mayer earlier. 0 likes him. So there you go. All right. So we got Dak, Kyler, Tua. Getting Tua as my third feels fine on this team. Running backs, Saquon, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Tajay Spears, Alvin Kamara. This is a really good running back room, especially for this tournament. I love it. And if this was 3 years ago, would be truly elite. Receivers, we got Tedero McMillan, Romo Dunze, Michael Pittman Jr., Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Keenan Allen, and Antonio Williams. It's a little thin, but hopefully Keenan signs and is productive for us early in the season. And hopefully Antonio Williams just breaks out as a rookie early on. I mean, he doesn't have much competition. I still expect the Commanders to sign a veteran. They've been linked to Stephon Diggs. That would make a lot of sense. But Antonio Williams still could have a role there. Tight ends, we got 3. Tyler Warren, Dalton Kincaid, Brenton Strange. Tight ends are absolutely great. I think if I would do anything different, I wouldn't take Tyler Warren. Instead of Warren, I would take another receiver. And then where I took Jacoby Myers, I would take Kyle Pitts. Like, here's the thing. Would you rather have Tyler Warren and Jacoby Myers? Or would you rather have either Brian Thomas or Parker Washington and Kyle Pitts? Like, it's interesting, but I think I would rather have BTJ and Parker Washington with Kyle Pitts more than I would Tyler Warren and Jacoby Myers. Warren and Jacoby Myers feels like this. Actually, you know what? Warren and Jacoby Myers might be better for the Eliminator, and BTJ P. Wash with Kyle Pitts might be better for other formats. because these guys are more like single spike week guys, whereas Warren and Jacoby feel more like steady Eddie floor guys. So it's an interesting debate. But I like the team we ended up with. I think it turned out well. 2 drafts, landed the plane. Now, how about we do another one? We could hop in a puppy. We could hop in another eliminator. I'm kind of feeling the eliminators tonight, so let's try another one. We're waiting for 5, and we'll get in eliminator number 3. So, hey, if you have not done so already, go down, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. Out here streaming every single day and having a great time doing it. All different drafts, too. We're doing some eliminators tonight. I'm probably going to do some eliminators tomorrow, too. Gonna most likely do an earlier stream tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But, oh, we got some heavy hitters in here. We got Chris, the Diamond Badger. Danimal's in here. Haven't drafted with Danimal in a minute. So nice to see you. And what the fuck, man? Every time. I swear, every single eliminator, we have this fucking guy as our neighbor. What are we doing, Zero? My goodness, dude. We're just attached at the hip, not making anything easy for us. Yeah, you got the sugar. All right, I got the salt. There we go, buddy. Yeah, that was a great draft in the last one. Very competitive. It's definitely tougher drafting with you guys, man. I swear. And Danimal sucks. Free money. I mean, one thing about Danimal is he gets wild in these streets. I remember doing like some UDFAs and stuff, or if you do any contests with like an extreme advance rate structure that's just very different. Danimal, he gets a little unhinged. Now, I'm at pick 5. Usually JSN is who gets taken the most around here. But in the eliminator specifically, I am CMC over JSN. I would be Puka over CMC, though. So I'm going to take one of these two guys. We'll see what Baby J does. Got a gold badge in here, too. So we got some tough competition. Takes Puka. I'm going to take CMC. It just feels a lot better. It feels a lot better getting the running back in the first round in the eliminator. And, hey, Zero agrees. Unless it's Puka or Chase, these guys are just different. Like, I'm taking Puka and Chase above CMC or Jonathan Taylor. And wow, St. Brown taken above JSN even. Very interesting. Daniel did 16 drafts at once. Holy shit. And Maximus got the location error, so it kept them out. Bummer. But hey, no one to scoop our value this time. Maybe I can get that value. You know? Christos wasn't planning to fade Tootin, but his price is insane. And you've been taking BTJ and Parker. Maximus doing the same. I have not been taking a lot of Tootin either, but I've been mixing him in a little bit more recently. Just because like I was drafting so much Chris Rodriguez earlier in the offseason. And I feel like the Jags backfield, one of them is just going to be really valuable, if not both. It does feel a little expensive, though. I can't really take Tootin above Dave Montgomery, DeAndre Swift yet. But when you're talking about Travion Henderson, it's kind of a coin flip. But Travion Henderson also just showed so much more as a rookie than Bashal Tootin did. Bashal Tootin's it's just all projection right now for where his ADP is. And it makes sense. Good prospect and everything. Very athletic. But I don't know. And wow, we're seeing a theme tonight. Josh Allen pulled up to pick 15. Oh my goodness. It happened twice in a row where Josh Allen's getting taken in the second round in these drafts. Very, very interesting. A-Rod can't believe this 16 drafts at once. That is crazy, man. Monty over Tootin for Maximus. Yeah. That one feels pretty easy to me. Wow, Derrick Henry fell to 19. Yo, fuck you, Zero. Zero fucks. Yeah, but I mean, I get Kenneth Walker, though. Honestly, Kenneth Walker, Christian McCaffrey's pretty sick, too. All right, I take it back. I'm sorry, Zero. You just always seem to get great teams. I swear. And it just so happens to always be right next to me. But we saw the 12 hole pull up Bowers and AJ Brown. That's how that happened. Bowers and AJ Brown pulled up to the 12 hole. Josh Allen at 15. And then James Cook at 14 too. CD James Cook is one hell of a start. I think I got that as a start with Rambus too, one stream. Then it went Hampton, Saquon, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry at 19, Kenneth Walker at 20, and then Achane at 21. Dude, Puka Achane in the Eliminator is a sick start. Javonte goes, who's going to be available for me? I still don't know if I can get in on Trey McBride right here. Here's the thing. Okay, Devonta Smith gets taken. I am going to take Rashee Rice. I know it's 2 week 5 buys really early on, and I don't care. I'm hoping to get a little lucky. I'm going to take Kenneth Walker with Rashee Rice because honestly, how many times are Kenneth Walker and Rashee Rice even going to be paired together? I don't think that many because I think a lot of people are also just scared about the bye weeks. More opportunity to get unique. Zero goes with the third running back in Kyron. I mean, when looking at the players available, I don't blame him. The receivers that you can get in round 4 and 5 are going to be really strong. But I like getting Rice here with Kenneth Walker. I think it's a pretty fun thing to try out. And Maximus is right, man. Zero is an assassin in these streets. Monty in the Elim is a smash. He went at 28 in our last draft. Or sorry, our first draft. I got him in the back end of the third round in this draft. I mean, I don't think it's worth pulling up Bowers and AJ Brown in the Eliminator. And the guy who got Josh Allen in the second round takes Trey McBride too. Very interesting. And I agree with Maximus. It's good to get unique. You know, fuck ADP, get your guys. But pulling someone up, 20 picks when he normally goes in the same spot in the third round, a little absurd. So maybe this is just a 6 out of 11 advance like the last one. So Rhino, thank you for your donation. Although who knows? Takes Tedero McMillan. What if he just gets the players right? You never know. But doesn't feel the best. Although Trey McBride at 34 when Bowers goes at 12. Pretty nice right there. Sanka goes ahead and takes Garrett Wilson as his third receiver. I am 2 picks away now. Scatabo goes. Would I want a running back or would I want a receiver? Is Zero going to take his boy Judkins? I might take 2 receivers here. I have a hard time taking Judkins above these receivers. Well, we don't have the choice. Zero takes him. Let's just take Lad. We'll take a falling Lad McConkey at pick 44. Could be a phenomenal value or could be a complete bust at this ADP. I feel like it's really just one or the other. Maximus agrees, double tap receiver. Yeah, main reasons because Rashee Rice is a week 5 buy. So I want to be strong early in the year. And getting Lad to fall to me right there feels pretty good. And we'll see who's available with us next. I could also look at a Colson Loveland. Colson Loveland, I think, is a smash in this tournament in general, but just going in the 5th round here, man, it feels so strong. I still can't take Neighbors at 53. It's still a little too expensive for me. And Loveland goes. That's a bummer. Let's take Burden, I guess. JMO's still here, Travion, DJ Moore. But Luther Burden, true breakout potential. And if he does, it's going to help this team. We get a little fall on him too. So, I mean, Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, Rashee Rice, Lad McConkey, Luther Burden feels pretty great. Like, that's a really, really nice start. You're not getting this start in any other tournament. So, having a share here in the Eliminator feels great. It's fun to get different builds that you can't get in like puppies or BBMs. Zero goes ahead and takes Neighbors as his first receiver. Very bold. Makes it very thin and hard to advance, but who knows? Could land the plane. I bet there's a more than 67% chance that Zero takes Marvin Harrison with his next pick. I bet it. I bet he's going to. Yeah, banger start. And we got the week 17 correlation. That's what we're talking about, man. That's what we're talking about with the Kansas City and the Chargers. Yeah, he hopes he can get Marv. We see DK pulled up to 61. This guy in the 12 hole is just unhinged. And Rhino, who pulled up Josh Allen to 15, goes ahead and takes Joe Burrow unstacked at 63. So we have 2 donators in here. This might be a 6 out of 10. Thank you. All right, we're 2 picks away. I already know Zero's taking Marv. I already know it. Yeah. Tyler Warren is still here. We took him in the last draft. I think it'd be kind of fun to take here again, too. He falls to us. Why not? Let's take Tyler Warren at 68. Let's do it. Now, I would love for Caleb Williams to fall to me at 77, but the guy before me does have Loveland. So I'm not really expecting Caleb, but it would be nice. Hopefully I can get one of these 4 guys. Actually, Justin Herbert too. Yeah, I'm going to take a quarterback regardless of my next pick. I forgot I have Lad. So if I don't get one of these top guys, then I'll just take Herbert with Lad. And be pretty happy about that too. I really like how this team's coming together. It feels really strong. Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, Rashee Rice, Lad McConkey, Luther Burden, and then Tyler Warren at tight end. Yeah, this team's crushing. Parker off the board to Danimal. This guy I'm expecting to take Caleb because he has Loveland. And then I would just take Herbert. We'll see what he does. Yeah, he takes Caleb as expected. Jordan Tyson's still here. And I bet Zero's going to take him. But I need Justin Herbert on this team. And let's see. Is Jordan Tyson getting taken? Chris Godwin. I respect it. I like Chris Godwin a lot. Rookies scare me a little bit in the Eliminator. So smart pick, especially when you already have Malik Neighbors. You kind of need that that value. Don't even like Tyson in regular. I'm with you. I think I have like 3% Tyson. 3% Tyson, not bad. Oh, Sanka might have effed his team with the bye weeks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. He's got a lot of 13s, got a lot of 11s. But yeah, at least they're late, you can say. I wouldn't say you've killed it. Like, it's just two of the same. Your running backs are different at least, so there's that. It's not that bad. You can land it. Just tell yourself you're leaning on luck. That's what I like to do. Just say, I just need a little luck to help me. And that's okay too. Sometimes you just got to get a little lucky. Okay, these quarterbacks are going now, man. This guy at the 12th hole, he's doing whatever the hell he wants. Definitely does not care about ADP or stacks. And that's all right. You're welcome in our draft. Like Schwaus. Nice name. Wow, even Dart gets pulled up to 86. So this is kind of opposite to our last draft. Our last draft, we saw quarterbacks fall a lot. And now it seems like they're getting pulled up quite a bit. Harvey and Dobbins off the board back to back. Yeah, Rhino starving the room a little bit. 3 quarterbacks already. 0. What's he going to do? Takes Pittman. I mean, do I just lean into it? Do I just take QJ? Kind of just why not, right? Makai Lemon's still here too. No, fuck it, dude. Let's just take QJ. Or let's lean into the Chargers passing game. Let's try it out. If I didn't have another week 10 buy already in Luther Burden, I would take Makai Lemon. But what it really comes down to is Makai Lemon is a rookie, and I don't expect him to start so fast. QJ Ladd, now we have them both stacked up with Herbert. Just a good offense. We'll buy in on that a little bit. Again, stacks, not the most important in this, but they don't mean nothing. Although I think the Chargers are actually expected to be a pretty low pace offense, which is a little surprising and not the best for fantasy. But wow, Chris gets Makai Lemon back at 96 to stack with Hurts too. Oh, you got to be loving that. Got to be loving that. Yeah, just rub it in, man. 0 is, yeah, he's kind of crushing it, man. Starting with the 4 running backs and the 4 receivers. Neighbors is still a little iffy, but hey, seems like you're landing the plane. Now, with my next pick, I could look at a quarterback. I could look at a running back. Stafford goes. I think quarterback might have to be the play here. Let's just click a name. I'm just going to take Goff. Maybe it's not the best thing having so many early bye weeks. I have week 5, week 7, week 6, week 8. But at least if we get past those, then it's going to feel really strong. And seeing Bo Nix, Jordan Love go right after makes me feel good. The reason I didn't take Bo Nix was because I have week 10 buy in Luther Burden. And if I want to backstack him later, that's just more week 10 buys. So I just went with Jared Goff because I don't really expect to take a lot more week 6 buys. So it gives me a little bit more flexibility there at least. Sanko waiting for the panic on quarterbacks. I mean, it's clearly happening. We're seeing a little avalanche right here. And I kind of want to see that because I reached up for Goff. But I'm not expecting Baker to fall back. Maybe even Shuck might get pulled up now. So hopefully it works out for us. Harold Fannin off the board. George Kittle went at 104. I still can't take him in the eliminator, especially when he's going this high. I can't do it, man. And what I don't love to see is Rhino over here taking Laporta at 111. I was kind of hoping Laporta would fall back to me at 116. And then I can stop at 2 with Laporta and tight end, get a little stack with Goff. That could be fun, but doesn't happen, unfortunately. Kelsey off the board now too. Tight ends are even getting pulled up. And Shuck. So, okay, I'm really happy that I took the guy I did. Now, yeah, I'm just going to take Jordan Mason. Rumored to just be the lead back. Maybe I should have taken Kyler Murray again. Then I would have had a little Minnesota stack with Jordan Mason. Not like he really catches passes, but it's something. And I have a lot of flexibility with my next pick now. I don't feel desperate to reach for a quarterback. I don't feel desperate for a tight end. I could probably use another receiver or another running back. I think that's what I'm looking at. Either receiver or running back. And who would I prefer? I don't know if these receivers are going to come back to me. But at the same time, running back gets so thin as well. Huh. Like there's some nice options. Could always pull up Diggs, assuming he's just going to rise. But the thing is, if Diggs goes to the Commanders, then it's a third week 7 bye at receiver, which I don't like. And that's kind of where I feel like he's going to end up going. If JCM's there, I'm going to take him. Higgins is off the board. Yeah, I'll take JCM as our 4th running back. Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, Jordan Mason, JCM feels really solid. And we can stack up some receiver values later. I'm definitely going to be done with 5 running backs. There's no way I'm taking 6 on this team. You could argue I could even be done with 4 just because of how strong CMC and Kenneth Walker are. But probably going to take a 5th. And I'm having some fun drafting tonight, man. I feel like we're drafting some good teams. The chat is alive and well. Might just have to keep it rolling, man. It's getting late. I've been up since 4:45 a.m. It's currently 11:13 p.m. But I'm having a fun time, man. I'm having a fun time. So we got 24 likes. I'll tell you what, if we can get to 30 likes, we got 25. If we can get to 30 likes, we'll do another draft. So we got 35 people in here. If we can get to 30 likes, we will do draft number 4. Okay, we're seeing a bunch of tight ends off the board. Andrews, Likely, Ferg, Kincaid, Goddard. Some receivers too. Zero's catching up well. Catching up well with his team. Not seeing a lot of quarterbacks go, which is definitely nice. Now, Chig off the board, Stroud. Hey, I mean, I was thinking about taking Diggs with my last pick. I'll take him here. Maybe he ends up with a week 7 bye, but Diggs at 140 when his ADP is probably going to rise when he signs. I'll take my chances. Kind of tough passing on a quarterback, though. Hoping Daniel Jones can come back to me. Bryce Young would be an option too. The only thing is, I'm getting a lot of early bye weeks, man. Pretty much my whole team is early bye weeks. But hey, if we can get lucky and make it through, then team could just end up being really strong. All right. So, hey man, y'all smash those likes quick. We're at 33 already, man. Y'all crush that. So we'll be hopping in a fourth draft for sure. And what do y'all think? Do you want to do another eliminator and keep these rolling, just eliminator theme tonight? Or do we want to mix it up and do a puppy? Let me know. I'm kind of cool with whatever. All right. We get Daniel Jones, which is perfect to stack up with Tyler Warren. And we finally get a later bye week too, week 13. So that's quite nice. We'll take that. And yeah, we're drafting some beautiful teams out here. Appreciate that, Danimal. Sanka saying, dang, you did look a bit gas out there on the field before they pulled you in extra time. Hey, man, it was really humid, okay, in Miami. It was hot. It was humid. We're a big man, okay? A lot of gas. Nap God saying Elim. All right, he's the only one that said something so far. So far, we're just going to keep these Elims rolling. And I really don't mind because I want to get my eliminator drafts up. Like, what are we at in this eliminator? Oh, it's a different thing. 54. We're 54 eliminators in, but I'm in one slow draft as well for the eliminator. This one. I'm in one slow draft. And let's look at how this one's going on. So this is round 14 right now. We have Herbert, Kyler, Bryce Young. Running backs, James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, and Travion Henderson. I'm going to stop at 4 running backs on this team for sure. Receivers, T. Higgins, Rome, Michael Pittman, Jordan Addison, Stephon Diggs, Deebo Samuel. I like it. And then Travis Kelce at tight end. Need to catch up there, but feeling pretty solid. I only did that one because I needed one more for the promotion. So we had to do it. We got it. So technically, I'm 55 eliminators in. 95 more to go. And it's going to start to feel pretty quick. And man, these eliminator drafts tonight, they felt pretty good. Like we've gotten some plus EV in all the lobbies we've been in. I feel like even though we've had some pretty tough competition too, I think we're doing pretty good out here. We're doing pretty good. All right, Brent Strange goes, don't love to see that because I definitely need more tight end help, only having one. 2 picks away. I mean, Juwan Johnson would be really nice. And not surprised he gets taken. Not surprised at all. Deebo, welcome to the team. I need receiver help. Give me a veteran. Honestly, I think one of Diggs or Deebo is going to go to the Commanders. I think either Deebo goes back to the Commanders or they take a chance on Diggs. One or the other. And I think I know what I'm doing with my next pick. Receiver there was definitely the right move. I don't know how Adonai Mitchell's ADP is 161 in the eliminator. Like, how is it higher in the eliminator? By a lot, too. A little surprising. I know apparently he's shown good rapport with Geno Smith, but little rich. A little rich. And man, these tight ends are going. I'm already planning on taking a tight end with my next pick, but I don't love seeing all of them go. I don't love seeing them all go. Adonai Mitchell's off the board. I do like seeing that. Y'all know who I want. AJ Barner's my guy. Love me some AJ Barner. If he gets taken, I would just take Hawkinson. Hawkinson's taken. Okay. Barner, welcome to the team. Right at ADP exactly. I like it. Tyler Warren, AJ Barner as my 2 tight ends. Probably still looking at a third, but feel solid. I think we're landing this plane. What's up, Drew? How we doing? Welcome to the late night crew. We're out here drafting eliminators. We're on number 3. We got number 4 coming up next. Happy to have you join the stream. Welcome. Schultz would have been a great tight end to back up Warren. Schultz is definitely very steady. I like AJ Barner more. I think AJ Barner just has a really, really high ceiling. He was good last year, man. And he's got that dog in him too. One thing I learned about AJ Barner, apparently he talks the most shit on the field, which I want that in my fantasy player. I want you to be able to talk shit. I think it's very important. I think it's good for your game. Got that dog in you. So I don't know how much shit Dalton Schultz is talking. Dalton Schultz doesn't really strike me as a shit talker. AJ Barner's talking mad shit out there. He's got to have the play to back it up too. You can't be all bark in this league. So I think he's gonna bring it. He does tush pushes too, which is like that's pretty good for fantasy, man. Even anytime you can get more touchdowns, I want you on my team. Going into his 3rd year as well, 3rd year breakout, could fit pretty well. All right. What are we looking at? Jacoby Brissett. I don't need quarterbacks anymore. I probably do want one more tight end. Sanka does take Terrence Ferguson, which is a little tough. I'm probably looking at one more running back, one more receiver, one more tight end. If I had to guess. And we'll see the order that I get the guys. If Kamara's there, I think I'd take him. Sean Tucker goes. I'm surprised Zero took Kamara, honestly. Probably just couldn't pass on the value. I'm going to take Tesla. I don't love Tesla in the Eliminator because I don't think he's going to be that consistent. But hey, past ADP, we need another receiver. He stacks up with Goff. Why not? I got to get some Tesla shares eventually. He has a different bye week as well, week 6. So let's take him. And then we'll look at one more running back, one more tight end. I would have taken Kamara if he fell to me. Little tough value for Zero to pass up on, I'm sure. Even with those strong picks. Yeah, I don't mind Tongas in the Eliminator as well. He was getting drafted a lot more early on, but with the positive news on Kittle, he's pretty much going undrafted in this. But I just don't really believe Kittle is going to I don't even know if he's going to start week 1, but if he does, I don't think he's going to be that effective. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but Kittle, when he had his hamstring injury last year, the first game he came back, he didn't have a single catch. He was literally just out there for cardio, he came out and said. Okay, what do I want to do here? It's Jaden Blue or Justice Hill is just so boring. George Halani can get us some points too. I think the most exciting pick is Jaden Blue right here. If he does just earn the handcuff role to Javonte and something happens to him, Jaden Blue could be a league winner this year. He really could. Week 14 bye as well. We'll take that. And then I'm going to end off with one more tight end. We can find someone down here. So let's do a little recap of the team so far. We have Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones as our 3 quarterbacks. All have different bye weeks. Feels pretty solid. Running backs, CMC, Kenneth Walker, Jordan Mason, JCM, and Jaden Blue. I like it. My top 4 feel really solid. They could all just be RB1s on their team. And then Jaden Blue, just a late round dart throw, add a handcuff. Receivers, Rashee Rice, Lad McConkey, Luther Burden, Quentin Johnston, Stephon Diggs, Debo Samuel, and Isaac Tesla. I actually really like it. QJ and Lad getting the double stack with Herbert. I really only did it for the fall on QJ. I'm still assuming that he's going to rise just because he's been rising so much in other tournaments. I would expect that to eventually catch up here. But we'll see. Diggs, Debo, these guys are probably just going up in ADP as well. So this could be a team that finishes with really nice CLV because like Rice could go up, Burden could go up. Tyler Warren, we got a nice fall on as well. I like AJ Barner as a backup tight end too. So feels pretty strong. Would I consider David Njoku if he's there? I mean, I might as well just lean into the Chargers, right? If I'm taking a tight end down here anyways. I mean, why not, right? Sure. Let's take Njoku. I know it's another week 7 bye, but it's at a different position, so I don't really care. And man, I quite like how this came together. Herbert, Goff, Jones, CMC, Kenneth Walker. Also, just how unique that is. CMC, Kenneth Walker alone is really unique. And then you add in Rashee Rice too. Super, super unique. We get a fall on Lad. We get a fall on Burden. We get a fall on Warren. So my first 6 rounds are extremely unique. And then we lean into the Chargers a bit more. We get a player on the Lions, Jared Goff, who he just has a really good schedule too and has a lot of games in the dome. Ended up getting a late stack with Isaac Tesla because he fell to me. So why not? Get a couple potential RB1s in Jordan Mason, JCM, Diggs, Debo. Again, just, late round veterans who you expect to sign somewhere. And a couple late tight ends and upside running back. I really like this team. We got some people agreeing too. Appreciate it. Maximus with the strong team. And do I ever mix in Colby Parkinson? I do. I do draft Colby Parkinson. In fact, I have more than one team at least with both Colby Parkinson and Terrence Ferguson. Not necessarily in the eliminator. I don't think I would do that there. But like in BBM, I know I have teams with Ferg and Colby. And I don't think that's bad at all. Agree, Barner is a great option in this range. Good player going into year 3. Yeah, I like AJ Barner a lot. I've seen Elijah Arroyo drafted a few times, and it's not for me. Omega asking, is there any reason to take Ferguson if you don't Dak? Probably not, in my opinion. I don't click a lot of Ferguson, mainly just because the tight ends in that range. Like, let's take a look. Ferguson went at 130. I would rather have Kincaid and I would rather have Goddard. Both of those guys go after Ferguson. So for me, yeah, I'm pretty much only taking Ferguson on a Dak team or when he falls past all these guys. I think I would rather have Ferg over Likely though. And I might even prefer Ferg over Andrews. But that one gets a little tough. Andrews definitely has more upside. If CD and Pickens both stay healthy and play all the games, then I don't really expect Ferg to be that much of a difference maker. So, really starting to think we're wrong on the Lad ADP if Keenan or another vet isn't signed. Yeah, Lad could either be phenomenal or awful. Like it's one or the other. And Omega Green with the tight end evaluations, yeah. I think his ADP is just there because that's where Dak goes usually. So appreciate it, Danimal, with the nice team. Ferg is touchdown dependent. And if Lamb wasn't hurt last year, Ferg wouldn't have been as good. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think Terrence. I don't think Jake Ferguson got any touchdowns 2 years ago. I think he went from 0 to like 7 or 8, something like that. Drew hasn't clicked Ferg a single time if he doesn't have Dak. A lot of good wide receivers, running backs in that range. Yeah, I agree. I've taken Terrence. Fuck. This is how little I take Jake Ferguson. I forget his name. I've taken him unstacked when he's fallen to like 137. I know I have a team there, or even into the 140s. I've gotten Jake Ferguson, and I'm happy to take him there. I am curious to see my exposure, though. Let's check in the eliminator first. What is my Ferguson exposure? Ferg. Yeah, one team in the eliminator, Jake Ferguson. So we're kind of standing on our word right there. Now let's look at other tournaments. And we're still going to hop in another eliminator after this. But just out of curiosity, yeah, Rashid Shaheed, my most drafted player. Shout out Shaheed. Yeah, 4% feels about right to me. A lot more Terrence Ferguson. Love me some Terrence Ferguson, but Jake Ferguson, yeah, I don't click him too much. 0 touchdowns 2 years ago, and then 8 last year. Very interesting. Although 2 years ago, the Cowboys were just kind of a hot mess. But let's hop in another one. We'll hop in Elam, number 4. And oh my goodness, we are 12 out of 12. 12 out of 12. Did anyone get in here? I don't know if I see any familiar names. Crispy looks a little familiar, but Mikey G. This looks like a familiar name. Or no, Mikey G, is that Mikey 04? No, Mikey 04. Nope. Missed it. Yeah, I was 12 out of 12. So that's unfortunate. But hey, we'll see how different this one is. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. If it's easier, harder. I did get the 12 hole. 12 spot in the eliminator isn't too bad because you're definitely starting 2 running back most likely. Unless you're like Crispy in the other draft we had where he started CD Jefferson. Interesting to try and do that. So we'll see what we can do from the 12 hole today. And let's take odds right now. Does Josh Allen go in the second round again? Josh Allen went in the second round in our last 2 drafts. So maybe it's just a thing. Maybe Josh Allen's just going to go in the second round for a third time tonight. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because was it 2 nights ago? I think it was, or was it yesterday? I think it was 2 nights ago, though, when we did 3 drafts in a row. And for 3 drafts in a row, the 9 hole started James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Josh Allen. I did it once, then 0 did it, and then I did it again, which is pretty funny. So maybe tonight's theme is just Josh Allen round 2. That's what I'm going to hope for anyways. We see CD get pulled up to 7, though, which is pretty interesting. He usually falls, if anything. And man, if St. Brown falls to me, oh my God. No one wants him. You don't want St. Brown. Come on, take Jefferson if you want a receiver. You don't want St. Brown. Taking the full clock. And then, oh my God, I called it. He takes JJ. Oh, come on. Oh, you crush my dreams, man. You just take my dreams, put them in the palm of your hand, and just crush them. I'm going to start Gene T. Saquon. It's so boring, man. I feel like I get a lot of Saquon at the turn. Let me see my exposure in the eliminator. I have not looked at my eliminator exposures much at all because I haven't done too many drafts yet. But maybe we take a look. Okay, I actually only have 11% Saquon. So not bad. Let's take a look at some of my eliminator exposures. We're at pick 12, and no one else is in this draft. So we have a lot of time between picks. We got a lot of Caleb, Goff, May, Tua, Yeah, Tua makes sense up here. Probably gonna have a lot of him in the eliminator. Chuck, Daniels, Aaron Rodgers. My exposures are gonna be a little higher than normal just because I'm drafting a lot more 3 quarterback teams. And let's look at players I'm not drafting a lot. So Lamar Jackson, this is interesting that I only have 1 share of Lamar Jackson in the eliminator. But if you're to go and look at my other exposures for just the season, Lamar's my highest drafted player at quarterback. 15.6%, 51 shares out of 326. But in the eliminator, one, he usually goes higher, and I just don't like elite quarterback as much. Okay, back in the draft. Yeah, we still got a lot of time between our picks in this one, drafting at the 12 spot. Okay, it doesn't look like Josh Allen's going round 2 unless this guy takes him. Oh my God, he does. I mean, technically it's round 3. Dude, why could this guy not have just switched it, man? For the bit? Come on. It would have been so much better. You couldn't just commit to the bit and take Josh Allen at 24 and then Javonte at 25 so we can say Josh Allen went in the second round 3 drafts in a row? I mean, it's close enough though, right? Like, we got to count that. We're counting it. I don't care. Pick 24 and 25. They're both at the turn. To me, it's the same pick. So we're going to say Josh Allen, round 2, 3 drafts in a row. Exactly, Maximus. Close enough. Close enough. It's for the meme, okay? For the bit. It hit hard. Let's go. Rashee Rice is still on the board too. And Trey McBride. I guess like it's interesting that Rashee Rice was a lot later in this eliminator because he's like a really steady guy and he's still on the board, man. Still on the board. Oh my God. Fucking give him to me. Pause. 1 pick away. Come on, dude. You took St. Brown. Don't crush my dreams again. Do not crush my dreams again. You're taking your whole clock. You're thinking about it. And my goodness, my dreams are just in the palm of this guy's hand. And he is just crushing them over and over again. And it does not feel good. It does not feel good to have your dreams crushed. Now, I'm taking David Montgomery. And with my next pick, like, I'm looking at receivers. I'm looking at, let's get weird, man. Let's get weird. I'm going to pull up Terry. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to pull up Terry because out of all the receivers here, Terry can just straight up outscore Igbokwe, Garrett Wilson. He could easily be a top 10 receiver. But yeah, dude, 312 Rice would have been so nice after starting GT Saquon. My dreams are crushed. And this guy right here is just crushing his draft from the 11 hole. St. Brown, Derrick Henry, Rashee Rice, and Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, kind of crushing. I like my team too. GT, Saquon, Montgomery, Terry McLaurin. Uniqueness is also important here. So getting Terry, pulling him up here, he's never going to fall back to 60, or at least he shouldn't. And I don't think he's going to get pulled up to this turn very often. So it's kind of fun. Kind of fun. And of course, this opens the door for me to get Jayden Daniels as well. Not that stacks are everything, but they're not nothing either. And I like Jayden Daniels a lot. And it feels good getting David Montgomery at the back end of the 3rd round again, when we've seen him go in the front end of the 3rd and the middle. So people really love David Montgomery in this. And Lamar Jackson, 46. This is why I don't have a lot of him in the eliminator. I don't want to take him in the 4th round. We saw him fall to like 58 in one of the eliminators we did earlier tonight. And man, that's a nice price. Lamar Jackson, pick 58, kind of a smash. I don't care what format you're in. But when I'm almost always drafting 3 quarterbacks in the eliminator, I'd rather just get them a little later and get my skill positions first. But on this team, though, I'm probably taking Jaden. Borderline elite quarterback. I mean, he has quarterback 1 potential. So I like him. Commanders could bounce back. They could just be absolute ass, too. We will see. This team in the 4 hole starting pretty nice, too. Puka, Drake London, Brees Hall, Scatabo, Tootin. Honestly, don't love Brees Hall. Don't love Scatabo. Don't love Tootin. But the ADP values are nice. And I do love me some ADP values. Burden falls all the way to 54 here. I took him at 53 in the last draft. It's really interesting to see some of the receivers fall in this tournament. I think being in the middle of the eliminator is a pretty big advantage, I think. Just getting some falling values. Like we saw it in the last draft, how Zero caught up really well with his heavy running back build. And man, DJ Moore would have been really fucking nice. DJ Moore is my 2 with Terry, although they do have the same bye week, though. I'm taking Jaden, and I'm going to take Rome. Man, people have been hating on Rome so much. There's been a lot of FUD around Rome and his foot, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy the FUD around Rome. It's tough. He was the 9th overall pick. Kind of a prove it year for him. If he's going to break out, it should be this year. And he was looking phenomenal before he got injured last year. He was easily a top 10 receiver before he got injured last year. Maybe he just runs that back. Who knows? Drew saying he thinks the elite quarterback price is pushed up because of the uncertainty in Cleveland, Atlanta, and Arizona. Once we know who's starting week 1, the elite quarterback prices will drop. I'm not so sure. Because as we're getting closer to the start of the season, too, we get more casuals. And who do casuals like? They like Josh Allen. They like Lamar Jackson. They like Jalen Hurts. These like rushing upside quarterbacks, I don't know if they're going to fall too much. Although you are seeing Josh Allen fall to like the middle of the 4th pretty often now. So maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe you're right. But the middling quarterbacks, like the Staffords, Bo Nix, Kyler Goff, this sort of range, even down to the Willis Darnold Stroud range, they're going way higher than where they would go in past years. Everyone wants their 3 quarterbacks, it seems. And it just makes these guys like Daniels, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Lamar, who go in this like 6th round range, they just feel so much stronger. And I love getting one of those guys in my draft. If not 2, I really don't mind having 2 of them. If you can land the plane, I think it works quite well. And there's already 2 teams that doubled up on quarterback. You have the 3 hole going Lamar and Burrow, and the 5 going Drake May, Caleb Williams. Jalen Hurts off at 78. It's really interesting, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it in the eliminator because these quarterbacks like Daniels, May, Burrow, Caleb Hurts, these guys go even later in the eliminator. But then the guys late in the draft, like the Bryce Youngs, Aaron Rodgers, Genos, they go way higher. So it just feels so much better to get 2 of the more expensive guys and just stop at 2 than 3 of, like, late guys. Or 3 guys, like, in the middle. Alright, fuck. Our bye weeks suck. This sucks. This is tough. Do I say fuck the bye weeks? I think so. At least with that quarterback. I'm not taking QJ again. Do I want a 4th running back? I'm just gonna end up taking the receiver that I'd like taking the most, and that's Michael Pittman. I think Herbert might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have just taken 2 receivers. I don't love the double week 7 bye because it's still pretty early too. Oh wow, dude. It just started raining so hard here. Out of nowhere. Wow. Sorry, I get distracted easily. I was thinking about just taking QJ to stack with Herbert, but the thing is, I also have Terry McLaurin, and that's a lot of week 7 buys. I'm going to take a 3rd quarterback for sure. I was even considering pulling up Purdy and then hoping like a Ricky Pearsall falls, which honestly, maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have just taken Purdy instead. I know if I was drafting with Rambus, he wouldn't let me make this Justin Herbert pick. I'll tell you though, Rambus does not like his bye weeks to match whatsoever. I don't mind so much. I like to lean on luck a little bit. Okay, Mahomes off the board 95, Downs 96. And I'll tell you what, I'm having a fun time drafting tonight, man. We're at 37 likes. We have 44 people watching. If we can get that to 44 likes, then we'll hop in a 5th draft and we'll keep this rolling. We got 45 people watching now. If we can get to 44 likes, we'll do draft number 5. And just keep it rolling, man. This Saturday night, having a fun time, man. Maybe we'll hit 3 hours tonight. Rambus is a good dude to make it fun. Yeah, I like drafting with Rambus, man. And we'll probably do something like once a week, to be honest. Because he's not streaming much on his own channel. Kind of likes just to hop in and join others. And we draft some good teams together too. And he's a fun guy. So yeah, we'll definitely be having Rambus on a little bit more in the future. Maybe like once a week type of thing. We'll see. As long as my work schedule permits. But next week, I'm probably going to be streaming around 3 p.m. Pacific again as well. So that definitely makes it a lot easier to get some guests. Okay. Do I want to just take 2 receivers now, or do I want to get a 3rd quarterback? I think I need the receivers more. Worthy, Pearsall, Wandale. I'm actually going to take Wandale for sure. Just because of my weakness at receiver. And then do I want Pearsall or do I want Worthy? Or do I want Jordan Mason? You know what? Let's take Jordan Mason. And then I'm going to stop at 4 running backs probably. I'm going to try this. I'm going to push receiver a little bit more and try this out. I still don't have any tight ends either, but Terry, Rome, Pittman, Wandale, not terrible. And I know I took Wandale over Pearsall, over Worthy. But with the receiver room that I have, I think it does make sense. So I'm going to roll with it, man. I think I've taken Jordan Mason maybe in like every draft tonight. I've taken him in at least like 3 out of 4. I know that. But if more news comes out that he's just a guy in Minnesota, then he's gonna go way, way up. How we doing, Keith? Great to see you in here. Happy Saturday evening. Almost Sunday officially. It's 11:50 p.m. here on the West Coast. We're almost in Sunday. And I'll tell you what, I want to draft again. So if we're at 38 likes, can we get to 40? Can we get to 40? We'll rip a fifth draft. Honestly, I kind of want to. So let's just get there. It's fun to go for like 3 hours on a stream, And I've been up since 4:45 a.m. I've had a full day. But we still out here drafting, man. We're out here making money, okay? Out here making money. It's what we love to do. This is fun too, actually. For this one hole, getting Jordan Love and Matthew Golden both to fall when you need a quarterback. So, hey, pulling up Josh Allen kind of worked for this guy. If you can land it, man, it feels pretty good. And, we just hit 50 people watching. Let's go. Hey, shout out to all 50 of you. If you're new here, welcome. We're streaming every day. So just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You'll get a new video in your sub box every single day. If you like drafting, we're out here drafting. We do all different types of tournaments too. In some eliminators tonight, though. Having some fun with the eliminators. It's a tournament that I want to max. And it kind of feels like a good time to draft. The rooms feel pretty soft. And ADP feels like it's not caught up yet. Just because there's not nearly as many drafts that happen in the eliminator. So ADP is a little behind. And I think there's a pretty big edge there. Wow, I'm glad I took a running back because they're completely dry now. Completely dry. All right, Ferguson off the board. I'm taking a quarterback for sure. And I'm looking at a receiver too. Let's take Stroud. And then do I want to get my first tight end or do I want to get another receiver? I like this receiver pocket. Yeah, I think I need a receiver. Let's go with Higgins. I passed on Higgins in the last draft. I get him stacked up here with Stroud. I also have David Montgomery too. So a pretty big bet on the Texans. And we're fading tight end. We're definitely fading tight end in this eliminator and really hoping we can get some nice values to fall to us. Hey, appreciate you, MacNova, telling the people, subscribe to Jiri so we can make a few bucks to entertain you guys. Hey, we appreciate that, man. I'm doing this straight up just for fun. In fact, this cost me money to do. I bought my entire setup. Like, I bought a laptop, microphone, light, camera, mouse pad, Ethernet cable, all this stuff just so I could stream. Like, I dropped over $2,000, bought like the StreamYard Premium all 1 week before I started streaming, literally 1 week before I started, just because I thought it would be fun, challenge myself a little bit, get outside my comfort zone and have some fun doing it. And I'm having a great time doing it. Great decision. And hey, if you can turn a hobby, having fun, and make a couple bucks from it, we'll take it, man. We'll take it. What's up? How we doing, Mike? How we doing? Welcome to the night shift. Out here grinding late at night. Vancouver's hardest working man. We out here grinding, man. Been up all day. I'm a little sleepy, but there's money to be made, okay? He's saying the 3-hour streams build character. Honestly, they definitely do because it's not easy, man. And you guys make it easier hopping in the chat too. So I genuinely appreciate all you guys in the chat. And what's interesting is like, I actually find late at night, the chat is even more active and engaging, which you'd probably expect the opposite. You know, people, they might be tired, feel more chill, but I don't know. I think people just like to hang and like chill out, vibe out late at night. And so happy you guys can enjoy that. Join me for that. And we can just chill and vibe out together, drafting some streams, some teams on stream. Fumbling my words, man. But that's just because I'm seeing Adonai Mitchell go at 147, and I can't believe it. Receivers are really getting pulled up. So I'm super happy I took Higgins because even Naylor goes 140, Tucker goes 141. I think we saw Naylor going like the 160s, close to the 170s the other draft. So, wow, Cam Ward goes 150, Daniel Jones 151. These eliminator ADPs are all over the place, and I don't love seeing the tight ends go because I definitely need some tight end help. I have none. So I'm like kind of praying for Brenton Strange right now. Or I omega stack the Texans. I might even just take 2 anyways. If we're ripping one more, what are we thinking? Pup or Elam? Strange gets taken. Damn, dude. The streets are tough out here. Okay, well, I guess I'm going really in on the Houston Texans on this team. And seeing how receivers have gone off the board, I think I'm going to take another one now. And yeah, still Debo. I think I've taken Debo in most of my eliminators tonight too, but I kind of don't care. He just feels like the best click on the board, so I'm going to take him. And I think I'm going to draft 4 tight ends on this team. I think this is a 4 tight end team for sure. We can still get 7 receivers. And I'm going to be done at 4 running backs. I think I'm looking at a 3-4-7-4. Very interesting. Can't say I built a lot of teams like this, but when I have Dalton Schultz as my tight end 1, yeah, I think I'm going to need some more help. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have drafted another receiver instead of Higgins. Maybe I should have just gone with my boy Rashid Shaheed or even like Jalen Coker. Because, yeah, Schultz, Higgins, and David Montgomery, that's a lot of Texans. That's a lot of Texans. But, hey, maybe they just turned it around this year. Maybe they actually do improve their offensive line. And they're just a great team. I mean, they're going to be a great team regardless. Like, that defense is going to make them a good team no matter what. So hopefully the offense can play up to the defensive standards. We're seeing more quarterbacks go. Bryce Young went at 160. We saw Bryce Young go at like 150 or even in the 140s in one of our drafts tonight. These ADPs are all over the place, man. And I think no matter what, I'm taking 2 tight ends with my next pick. I think I just have to. Unless like Ryan Flournoy, Denzel Boston, or Trey Harris are there, I might consider them. But I don't know if I want Trey Harris either. Because if I want a 4th tight end, I could just look at David Njoku again. I know, drafting a lot of the same players. But if they're just the best pick available, then I'm going to take them. So I'm only looking at receiver and tight end. When I have Ginty, Saquon, Montgomery, and Jordan Mason, I think I'm totally fine at 4 in the eliminator. They all have different bye weeks as well. So I think it works. And man, Flournoy falling back to 180 would be a dream. That would be incredible. Trey Harris goes. This guy has 0 quarterbacks. Oh my God. How did I not notice that? 0-3-9-3? What the fuck, dude? All right, Flournoy's still here. I can't pass on him, man. I can't. That's way too good a value. And who else would I rather have? Dulcich, Cade Otton, Pat Fryermuth, or Terrence Ferguson? Man. I feel like as my second, I just need points. And Cade Otton is my favorite guy to do that. Terrence Ferguson's the most exciting and has the highest chance to break out, which maybe I could use when I'm drafting 4 tight ends. Maybe I could have taken the breakout potential player and then gotten some fillers later on. I might regret that, actually. Maybe I should have taken T-Ferg. Oh, well. We have Schultz and Cade Otton. Tall glass of milk is brewing in the tight end room. And Flournoy at 180, man. I'm not passing that up. So my team feels really good aside from my tight ends. Quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud. Feel really good there. Week 7 is going to be a little tough with Jaden and Herbert both on bye. And CJ Stroud is our only quarterback. But you know what? I like to play a little risky. All right. I like to test my luck a little bit. Running backs, Ashton Jeanty, Saquon, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason. I love it. And I love stopping at 4 right here too. I think it's very, very good. Receivers, Terry McLaurin, Rome, Michael Pittman, Wandale, Jaden Higgins, Debo, and Ryan Flournoy. Love my receivers too. For starting 3 running backs and getting Terry as our first, I think we caught up very well. I think we have a lot of points projected every week. And then Schultz, Cade Otton as my tight ends. Yeah, not great. Clearly not great. But I'm going to queue up some guys and hope we can get 2 of them. And then what do you say we just hop in another draft right now? No one else is even in here. I pretty much just went over my whole team already. So I'm going to draft 2 more of these tight ends. I'm just going to let them auto in this order. I don't think I would take them in any other order. So let's just queue a bunch up. And let's hop in another draft. So we've done all eliminators tonight. But what do you say we mix it up for our last one? And we hop in a puppy. Now, I feel a little bad that no one got to hop in our last draft. So we'll count this one down. I'm going to join in 10 seconds from right now. 10, 9, 8. Count in your head. We're going to be joining right now. All right, perfect. Waiting for 10. If you want in, this is the draft to join. We are in the fast puppy. Right? We joined the right one, right? Just making sure. Yeah, we are in the fast puppy, 6 out of 12. So, hey, if you want to join a draft, it's officially Sunday, at least for me. Hop in the fast puppy. And we're about on the clock right here in the eliminator. Let's see what tight ends we're going to get. Njoku, Tongas. Sure. Maybe Tongas can help us early in the season. This is a disgusting tight end room. But hey, we got 4 of them, and hopefully they can get us some points. I actually kind of like the team overall. And if you're going to fade any position, fade tight end. All right, where is this puppy? We get pick 7. There we go. And let me know if you're in the draft with me. I'm going to hop over to the slow draft and make a pick. This is a Chihuahua. This one I started Chase Brown, JSN, Zay Flowers. That's a pretty fun start. Let's take Waddle. I've been trying to get some more Waddle. And let's hop back in this fast puppy. Starting in 10 seconds. If you're in this draft, let me know. We got Buddy Man in here. We got Super Beast, Danimal, FF Links. How we doing? Spurs G. Let's get it. If you're in here, you know the deal. Let me know. And now we got to remember, we're in a completely different tournament. We just drafted 4 eliminators in a row. So we got to remember we're in the puppy now, okay? Hopefully we don't botch this. Yeah, good luck, boys. Good lucks all around. One nice thing about Waddle is that Nix is a nice pick, and it sets that up. Yeah, and Bo Nix has been falling as well. I've been hearing Waddle get talked up a lot. And, you know, Mr. Zane Donani, who I've had on the podcast recently, he was pretty big on Waddle. In fact, he was saying Waddle is his guy this year, the person that he's taking the biggest stand on. And I really trust what Zane has to say and his opinion on things. So I'm going to listen to him a little bit and try and mix in some more Waddle. Now, with this pick, I mean, St. Brown is just my guy right here. I consider sometimes pulling up one of these running backs. Like James Cook has been the guy I've been liking more recently. Because I was taking Gene T above James Cook for the longest time. But I don't really want to have 3 times as much Gene T as I do James Cook. So I want to catch back up a little bit there. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Anthony? We see you out here, Spurs G. Pick 3 with the Jamar Chase. Absolutely love it. Hey, what's up, Buccaneer? How we doing with the 420 in there? Finally got in one. Hey, what's your username? What pick are you at? Let us know. Oh, there you are, Buccaneer. Gotcha. Don't let me know. I see you in here at the 2 spot. Yeah, I'm happy at least for the last draft tonight. Unless, hey, if you guys can somehow get to 50 likes, we're at 40. If you can somehow get to 50, we'll do another one. But we'll just throw that out there. I'll commit to it. I'm a man of my word. But I think it's unlikely. We'll still try, though. I'm fucking tired, dude. I probably should go to sleep because probably plan on doing a pretty long stream tomorrow, too. I kind of just like streaming longer on the weekends when I'm able to. And I'll take Achane. I don't have much Achane at all either. Getting him with St. Brown, I think it's totally fine. Let me check my Achane exposure, actually. I think I'm probably around like 3 or 4% if I had to guess. Let's see. How well do I know my exposures? 5.2. Wow, that's interesting. But the thing is, in BBM, I think I only have 1 team. Yes, I do. In Best Ball Mania, I only have 1 share of Devon Achane over 99 teams. That's not a lot. Definitely going to have more than that before it closes. But I'm going to take a big break on BBMs, especially now that we have a fast puppy out and that's going to be open for a while. And the eliminator, I want to catch up on a little bit more. So going to take a big break from BBMs, maybe even until August. I don't know if I'm going to draft any BBMs until August or at least the start of training camp. Y'all know I love my early drafting. And right now, ADPs, there's not much going on in these drafts. They're not changing that much. We're seeing some interesting draft rooms because I think people are just getting bored without much news. So it feels like a good time to stop on some of those BBMs for now. And MacNova's right. There's always late night DraftKings. Exactly. So if I get the itch, where I want the chance to win millions of dollars, then I can still hop on over to DraftKings too. And I don't enjoy drafting over there as much. I don't think everyone enjoys watching it as much. But hey, trying to win some money out here, okay? And if I can win some money, I will sacrifice some of the viewing pleasure. Oh my goodness. Mac Nova in a DK draft. Someone just went Kyler Hawkinson at 84.85 to stack with Jefferson. Bless their soul. Bless their soul. What a kind person. Just donating their money so kindly like that. We all need more people like that, you know? All right, Super Beast. He takes Olave. Y'all know I like me some Zay Flowers. We'll take him right here at pick 31. And I'm liking this start. St. Brown, Devon Achane, Zay Flowers. And man, I'm going to have to kind of get familiar with these ADPs again because the Eliminator is quite different. You know, a lot of them are pretty similar, but overall, pretty different. Man, it is 12:11 a.m. I should not be sipping this coffee anymore. But you know what? We're staying locked into these drafting streets. And I just want to say, I appreciate all y'all for coming out. We got 43 people in here still. It's past midnight, man. And y'all are rocking out here with me. Salute to you. Appreciate you big time, man. The night shift goes hard around here. All right. We love the night crew. Running these graveyard shifts, man, and having a great time doing it. The night crew, we go hard. Wow, neighbors okay, shoot. Man, I'm still in eliminator mode. Okay, my brain is in the eliminator. I'm like neighbors at 37. That's insane. We just saw him go in the 5th round. Don't blame me, man. Okay, I've been up for about 20 hours now. Okay, we're one pick away. If Javonte falls, that'd be kind of fun. Garrett Wilson's not bad either at 42. Javonte goes, so do I want Wilson or do I want to pull up Waddle? Waddle's been kind of the theme of the day. Waddle, Wilson. Let's have a little fun. Let's pull up Waddle. We were talking about him. We are saying we want a little more Waddle in our lives. So let's just take him here. Why not? Just mix up our exposures a bit. I didn't realize FF Links here went with Bowers and McBride too. But he gets Garrett Wilson on the way back. So honestly, kind of works. Getting Garrett Wilson at 45. We saw Garrett Wilson go at 47 in one of our drafts last night. I am praying to get Garrett Wilson in the late 40s in some drafts. He's so talented, man. If he was on a different team, he'd be going in the 1st round again. The only thing is, like, Gino's throwing in the ball. Who even knows if Gino's doing it the whole year? And Gino has off the field distractions too. Like he's been in the news for the wrong reasons. And hasn't been reported that Gino and Garrett Wilson have the best chemistry. In fact, Gino and Adonai Mitchell have been connecting more, which doesn't feel great for Garrett Wilson. But his talent, man, he's just so damn talented. Now, with my next pick, if one of these receivers are here, it's going to be hard for me to pass on him. But if not, I'm taking Lamar to stack with Flowers pretty easily. Although Jamo at 55, y'all know it's tough for me to pass on. Danimal and Super Beast are right here, though. We'll see what they do. Danimal takes Judkins. I don't know if I can pass on Jamo at 55. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I can do it. I have so many Lamar and Zay Flowers teams. I'm pretty sure I only have one Jamo and St. Brown team. Actually, I'm curious now because I'm going to pull that up out of curiosity. I know because I labeled it. It's a BBM, and I labeled it JMO at 55 because when I got this one with JMO at 55, he wasn't going at 55. His ADP was like 46 or something. But let's take a look at this one. Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young. Okay, thin, but it works. Running backs, Chase Brown, Travis Etienne. I don't love Etienne. RJ Harvey. I like RJ Harvey at 90. JCM, Ray Davis, Trevor Etienne. That's kind of fun. St. Brown, Tedero McMillan, JMO. Okay, this is kind of sick right here. Cortland Sutton at 79, a little rich. Higgins, Shaheed, Judy. Still a fun receiver room. And then Laporta, Chig, AJ Barner. I like the Chig at 151. And yeah, we went heavy on the Lions with no Goff, but that's okay. And now, perfect timing. We're just about back up on the clock. Is there any quarterback I could look at? No. We need a running back. Jadarian Price is here. Let's not overthink it. Let's just take the falling value. Let's get a share price. Spurs G saying don't take Burrow. Hey, we're not colluders around here, okay? If I wanted to take Burrow, I would take Burrow. But I definitely don't. And yeah, I don't blame you. You have Chase and Higgins. I see you. Honestly, don't see a lot of people doing that. Don't see a lot of people going Chase and Higgins. But glad it worked out for you getting Burrow as well. Because if you do that and you don't get Burrow, team is probably dead, let's be honest. Just investing that much in Cincy without having the quarterback is tough. And hey, don't thank me. Just drafting the best team out here. There's no way I'm taking a naked Burrow and a puppy. Like, never. If I had Chase Brown, I would consider it. But just like absolutely naked, no. Maybe in the 7th round. If Burrow fell into this 7th round, like if he was there at 79, sure. I'll take him naked. But other than that, no. Never. What I do like to see is these running backs still here because I could probably use another one. I don't have any tight ends. I don't have any quarterbacks. But I think that's okay. I got a plan. Got a plan. All right. And there's a lot of people in here with me. So I don't know if I'm going to say that plan. But I don't know. People can probably figure it out. Just look at my team. You can figure it out. All right. Jalen Warren goes, don't love seeing that. Looking at like, man, do I abort the plan? Let's just try this, dude. I never do this. I never really take Tucker Craft. I don't take much Tucker Craft because I like the value on Pitts, Laporta, and Fannin more, like 20 picks later, all of them. But let's just mix it up a little bit today, all right? Let's take Tucker Craft. I'm curious to see my Tucker Craft exposure. It cannot be high. 4.9%. Honestly, higher than I expected. But look at this. Similar to Achane, I look at Best Ball Mania. I only have one share. I only have one Tucker Craft team in BBM. That's not even on purpose necessarily. It's just where he's going compared to other guys. I like the later tight ends more. I agree with you, Danimal. Kraft could be great if healthy. I mean, not even could. He will be great if he's healthy. Coming back from a torn ACL, not great. He tore in like week 7 or 8, which is early-ish. And seeing how well Christian Watson came back definitely makes me more optimistic about Tucker Craft. We're one pick away. How much fun do I want to have? I don't know. I think I might have to be boring instead of have fun. Jaden Reed would be the fun pick to get with Tucker Craft. I'm still considering it, but I also want running back, and Kyle Monangai might be it. Yeah, I don't want to fall too far behind at running back. I feel really strong at receiver, so let me try and push it a little bit there at running back. Or sorry, at receiver and take a running back. Kyle Monangai, not someone I've taken a lot. But this one's for you, Rambus. Rambus been saying we need more Kyle Monangai in our life. Maybe he's right. It also gives us a little week 17 correlation with Chicago, Detroit. So I like that as well. And then more NFC North correlation with Green Bay in there too. I like it. Yeah, Danimal Greaves. Kraft might be the top target on the Packers if he's healthy. Definitely could be. The thing is last year, I am pretty familiar with Tucker Kraft's game and game logs because I had him on one of my redraft teams. I was in 3 redraft leagues last year, and I had him on the team that I care about the most, even though it's the lowest buy-in. It's a $25 buy-in, but it's the league that I've been doing for the longest, so it's the one that I care about the most. I had Tucker Kraft. He was absolutely smashing, but he was, like, extremely efficient. There was a lot of games where, like, he had 2 or 3 catches, but he got a touchdown. And he was really, really good at getting touchdowns. And then he had the one absolute massive blow-up game against Pittsburgh where he got, like, a 60-yard touchdown catch or something, and, bro, I remember watching that. He pushed off so fucking hard on that, I swear. Okay, back up on the clock. And I don't take a lot of Waddle, so I'm gonna take Bo Nix. Just to get a share of Bo Nix, Jalen Waddle stack. I think this guy next to me definitely would have taken Bo Nix. I mean, he took Courtland Sutton and Jordan Addison. So I guess he had the option Bo Nix or Kyler Murray for that stack. But I'll be happy with taking Bo Nix right there. All right, buddy, man. What we doing in the 11 hole? Goes Laporta. That's a really nice fall in Laporta there to 106. Or sorry, 107. Even better. And then the 12 hole goes with Kittle Mayfield. Still don't love the Kittle. All right, we are 3 picks away. Who will be available for us? Golden off the board. Fannin off the board. So, Keith, shocked I passed on Goff. Well, I was pretty confident I was going to get Goff on the way back. So there we go. A little 4D chess right there. It's good to look at the draft board. I was a little nervous because this guy here, or sorry, Laporta was still available when I took Bo Nix. And I was thinking if Buddy Man, if you didn't take, is this Keith? No, Keith is Super Beast. Yeah, Keith is Super Beast. Is Mike Buddy Man? I forget sometimes. So there's a lot of you to remember, okay? But yeah, Keith is Super Beast. I'm pretty sure. But if Buddy Man didn't take Laporta, I think this guy in the 12 hole would have double tapped Laporta and Goff. But I still had Jordan Love as a backup with Tucker Kraft. And then when I looked at this guy next to me, I saw that he took Courtland Sutton. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this guy is going to have 2 chances to take Bo Nix. So there's no way Bo Nix is coming back to me. Unless this guy just wanted Kyler over Nix always. Like, this guy has 2 chances to take Bo Nix with Courtland Sutton, and this guy's RJ Harvey. You never know. There was more Denver stacks available than there was Detroit. With Detroit, it was pretty much just Laporta, and for that to happen, it kind of would have had to be at the turn, so I took my chances there. With the backup that Jordan Love could come back to stack up with Kraft. So that's the thought process right there. And we're 1 pick away now. I think I'm just going to get my guy. Yep. Receivers are going. I'm not waiting. Rashid Shaheed. Okay, dude, I got them both right. Yeah, Keith is Super Beast, and then Mike is Buddy Man. We're trying our best to remember. But hey, the channel is growing, man. There's more of you coming in here. But I'm going to do my best to remember all the OGs. Because y'all are here, part of the first 400. And hey, for everyone listening or watching, you can still be part of the first 500 too. You know, we're trying to hit 500 by the start of the NFL season. So do me a favor, go down, hit that like button, subscribe. If you are new, you can turn the bell on too, because we stream every day, but not always at the same time. It's usually always a little different. So we're drafting good teams, man. I feel like we've drafted all good teams tonight. And this draft that I'm doing right now too is kind of crushing, man. Like Bo Nix, Jared Goff, Achane, Price, Monangai, St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Jalen Waddle, Jameson Williams, Rashid Shaheed, and then Tucker Kraft at tight end. Fuck yeah, dude. Also, I will explain. Actually, maybe I'll do that after my next pick. I got to lock in, man. I'm staying locked in because our team is crushing. All right, likely goes. There's a lot of nice picks right here, actually. But if Tracy's there, I'm taking Tracy. I don't want to get boxed out at running back. Chig goes. I like Goddard a lot. I really like Goddard a lot. I like Diggs too, but I don't want to get shut out at running back, and I don't feel too strong about my running backs yet. So let me take Tracy. He can help early in the season too. If maybe Price starts out a little slow or Achane has some inconsistencies because he's on a terrible team. So we'll try that out getting Tracy right there as our 4th. I like how this team's coming together. It feels pretty good. Mike saying he'd forget like crazy if he was me. Yeah, it's tough. But, you know, when we're doing it every day too, and we got all the regulars, you're going to remember them, man. We're going to remember them. And now I'll remember Buccaneer too. Buccaneer's first draft with us. So, hey, welcome, Buccaneer. It's also funny saying Buccaneer instead of Buccaneer. Just like taking out one syllable makes it sound pretty funny, man. All right. And hey, Keith here gets a great value on Goddard too. 139 Goddard. I love it. With Loveland. So takes 2 week 10 buys at tight end. But hey, he's not afraid. Not afraid of the bye weeks. I would even still stop at 2 if I were you. I mean, do whatever you want. But Loveland and Goddard, same buys. I don't care. I'll eat the 0. Now, with our next pick here, I was kind of hoping a tight end would fall to me. I don't love seeing this guy in the 1 hole pull up Juwan and Strange. I was definitely planning on getting a tight end with my next pick, but we might just have to adjust a little bit, and that's okay. We can always pivot. The thing is with Tucker Kraft, I don't feel that great about him early in the season. So I still want to feel strong at tight end and kind of go under the assumption that he's not going to play week 1. With this pick at 151, Denzel Boston goes, Omar Cooper, Trey Tucker, the top available receivers. Woody Marks, top available running back. Hunter Henry's there too. Skid Marks makes the most sense. Maybe I could have looked at a receiver, but I feel really good about my receivers. I still don't feel the best of my running backs. And the thing is, I know I'm going to want 2 more tight ends. I know there still might be a receiver I like with my next pick. So I think there might be a while before I'm able to select another running back if I didn't take one here. And so getting the falling Woody Marks, who's a guy who's just, he's going to play, right? Like he's not going to be a 0. So on this team, I think it makes sense. And it's not early enough where I can't get a 6th running back still. I can get a RB6 still with one of my last picks and feel good about it. I'm also definitely stopping at 2 quarterbacks. Bo Nix, Jared Goff, I'm done. When I'm invested so much into St. Brown, JMO, and Waddle, yeah, I'm going to be happy with my 2 quarterbacks and be done there. Now, I'm not happy to see Debo go because I really like Debo this year at his price. And then all the running backs are still here. So, interesting. I mean, I don't really take Gadsden, but if he's there at 162, yeah, I'm taking him. I would take Trey Tucker too. I kind of am banking on one of these 2 guys. These 2 both have 2 tight ends, so maybe there's a chance. Okay, we're going to get one of them. Now, who would I prefer, actually? I might actually prefer Trey Tucker. Just because receivers dry up pretty quick, and there's still more tight ends that I like. Wow, Hawkinson over Gadsden too, even. Yeah, Trey Tucker's the pick, and I'm going to push tight end more. We're doing that. Dude, maybe even this is an Evan Ingram ass team. This could be a round 18 Evan Ingram ass team. I mean, we do have Bo Nix. We are going to want 3 tight ends. If I get boxed out, might just be an Evan Ingram ass team. What late round receivers do you think can be big this year? Man, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot and there's none at the same time. Like you can make a case for any of these guys, man. As far as who I actually think is gonna really pop off, I don't know if I can give you an answer right now because I feel like I can make a similar case for all these guys. Anyone from like Jacoby Lane, even Darius Slayton, you can make a case for, although that's kind of tough. Like Kayshon Boutte, you can say is going to smash. Christian Kirk, if things work out, he could smash. Torrey Horton could smash. Vele could be a good pick. Like Malachi Fields could be a good pick. Troy Franklin, 700 yards last year. Like that's not nothing, man. Rashad Bateman is kind of the new, the new flashy, shiny object that people are kind of liking. Tyquan Thornton, you can make a case for. Jalen Knoll, Pat Bryant, Elijah Surratt, all these guys, man, you can talk yourself into. And to be honest, I don't really have a lean right now. I've kind of just been mixing it up or taking someone that stacks. And I don't really have a go-to right now. I wish I did. To be honest, I really wish I did. But I just don't. And I'm kind of torn on what to do with this next pick. Do I just take Algier if he's there and just try and push tight end even more? I don't know, though. I think might need 2 tight ends with my next 2 picks. Unless I actually wanna rely on Evan Ingram. Ah, fuck it, dude. Let's live a little bit. Let's take Algier. He's 13 picks past ADP too. I can get some nice tight ends to hopefully fall to me. So I took 6 running backs. I'm going to stop at 7 receivers for sure, which makes it feel good that I took Trey Tucker because taking Trey Tucker as my 6 definitely makes me feel like I can stop at 7. Hey, Dan, what are you doing, buddy? Yeah, to no good. My kitties are just they're out here chilling, man. They don't like when I stream for this long. I got to give them a lot of love and attention after, even though it's 12:35 in the morning. We got a couple more picks to make. Man, I feel like this stream went by fast. Like we're streaming for 3 hours and 5 minutes right now. It does not feel like it's been that long. We've been drafting some good teams though. I think that's kind of part of it. Omega saying late receivers feel strong enough and better than recent years, and I'm okay going heavier RB and quarterback early. Yeah. Yeah, late quarterback and tight ends are rough. Some running backs are rough to find there too. There's some gems though, I feel like. I guarantee this year one of these guys is going to be a league winner. One of these guys going around 17, 18 for running backs is going to be a league winner this year. It just really feels like it. Okay. I don't think I can take a receiver here. I think I need to push it. I need tight end no matter what. Kadon, boring pick. Terrence Ferguson, exciting pick. I'm going with T-Ferg on this team. When I have Tucker Kraft, I'm still expecting him to be a great player when he's healthy again. And it makes me feel a little more free to take an upside swing in someone like Terrence Ferguson. Maybe even Cade Otton falls back. Who knows? The guy with the guy with Baker Mayfield is on the turn here. So he might even be able to fall back. Everyone on the left side of me has at least 2 tight ends. 2 of the guys have 3 tight ends. So we'll see what we can do. If I could get one of Cade Otton or Pat Freiermuth, I would be really happy. If not, I actually might just take Evan Ingram. Pat Bryant's a fun receiver to mix in down here as well. But if I'm not taking both Evan Ingram and Pat Bryant. That's disgusting. I would take Cade Otton, Pat Freiermuth. If one of those 2 aren't there, then I think I'm taking a tight end first. No matter what with my next pick. And hopefully, man, hopefully. Okay, Buckner goes ahead and takes Pat Freiermuth. That's no good for us. Spurs G, I mean, he has AJ Barner, Gunnar Helm, so he's probably looking at another tight end too. But takes Christian Kirk. Okay. FF Links has Bowers and McBride, so he's not taking one. And then Super Beast, he has Loveland and Goddard. So if he wants a third tight end, a week 10 buy probably doesn't make sense for him. Because then it would just be 3 week 10 buys, and it kind of defeats the purpose of taking a third tight end. But hey, hopefully we can get Otton. If not, I would just take Ingram. And he takes Ray Davis. So that worked out really well for us. We got a little risky pushing tight ends. But ending up getting Ferguson and Otton with Tucker Kraft feels great. Because I was considering like a Greg Dulcich or even Cade Otton instead of Tyler Algier. But I was thinking maybe if I take Algier here, there's a chance that I can get Ferg or Otton to fall back. And we get both of them. Perfect. Now, here's what's pretty nice. Woody Marks, we got an 8-pick value on. And then our next pick was Trey Tucker, who we got a 9-pick value on. And then Algier, we got a 13-pick value on. I reached a little bit on Ferg, but then got a nice 13-pick value on Cade Otton. So when I get multiple picks in a row, all with like 10 plus pick ADP value, man, does that feel good. It feels so good because you're just building up the CLV more and more and just getting a unique team like that. Oh, and Buddy, man, crushing my dreams with the Pat Bryant. That's all right. We'll pivot. We could take Troy Franklin, but Troy Franklin doesn't really excite me. Let's take a boring pick. Let's take Keenan Allen. I've been mixing in a little more Keenan Allen recently just because I feel like if he's going to sign, it's probably going to be soon. And he's going to go up in value. I don't think he's going to go up nearly as much as he did last year. Last year, he skyrocketed to like the 120s, even the 110s sometimes. But this is the final team, a 2-6-7-3. Bo Nix, Jared Goff at quarterback. Running backs, Achane, Price, Kyle Monangai, Tyron Tracy, Woody Marks, Tyler Algier. Not the sexiest, but we got a lot of floor and a lot of points there too. And some good upside. I think it's all right. Receivers, St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Waddle, Jamo, Shaheed, Tucker, Keenan Allen. I mean, this is a lot of spike weeks. Waddle, Jamo, Shaheed, Tucker. This is screaming spike weeks. So if this team gets to the finals, feels pretty good. And then Kraft, Ferguson, Cade Otton. I love it at tight end. So, man, we kind of crushed it tonight. I'll be honest. I think all 5 of the teams we drafted were kind of sick. I got to say, man, all of the teams we drafted, pretty dang sick. So these late night drafts, man, I'm telling you, some of the EV you get is quite nice. And that's what we're doing over here on the night shift, hanging out. Appreciate you, Danimal. Killing it. So, hey, that's going to do it for me. We went long tonight, all right? Over 3 hours, but we'll be back tomorrow, okay? We're streaming every single day, all right? I'll see you tomorrow. Joy is beautiful. I love you. And we are going to end this stream. Appreciate all y'all. Night shift crushes it. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, buddy. Yo. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.